Yeah, so what? I'm late. But you niggas don't know my life. Welcome, black man. We see you. It's one of those special location situations. I want to sit down and have a special talk with all my brothers out there in the struggle, doing what they got to do to survive this holiday season. It is I, your main fat man, Big Vino. And I'm the captain of this ship we call Psycho-Babble. Appreciate y'all for stopping through. Crew's in the building. I'm a little bit behind, but you know, blame these streets. This is where I used to. This is why I used to rob people during the holiday season so that they would get off the streets. I bought out the all black because you never know what kind of feeling might come over you in the holiday season. You might see somebody with an extra PS5 you might have to run down on them for. You ever robbed somebody before? I'm here with the nigga, with the homie Polo.
No, I've never robbed nobody before.
He's never robbed nobody before. That's his story. He's sticking to it. Me, on the other hand, I've robbed a few people. I ain't even lie to you. I'm not going to hold you like, no, I've done it. I'm a goon and a gangster. Shout out to my junior therapist extraordinaire, Miss DamnItPhilly in the building. Yeah. Oh shit!
Hold on. You might.
Oh, that's some fly shit. You on mute? Okay, there you go.
Oh, you might have been late, but the merch got here on time. The merch got here on time. Oh goodness, this lighting in here. See, you know what? And I was gonna hit you up and ask you about this crazy lighting in here, but let me go ahead and fix this up real quick. But yes, my merch got here. Yes.
Yeah, I see. That's a good look.
That's a good look.
Right to know. Undefeated.
All right, let me see if this will fix it. If it's behind
that's a 1-on-1 right there. These are all 1-of-1s right here. If you want yourself an undefeated life in old sweatshirt, hoodie, you know, reach out. We can make that happen for you.
Yeah, I got all my merch.
We can make that happen for you.
Look, now y'all can't have this color.
Oh yeah, that's a 1-on-1. That's an exclusivity color.
This is me. Okay, this one is me. And then my mom got the other one
in a crowd.
Yeah, I got my blue one. J-Ro has on his hoodie. He hasn't taken his hoodie off. He said, "Oh my gosh, it's so warm and soft." So if y'all haven't got a hoodie, a shirt, anything, yeah, get you one. Because I feel like I'm about to start sweating in this thing right now.
It is definitely a hot hoodie right there. I fucked around because it was cold outside, so I got a long sleeve T-shirt on under this hoodie.
No, I ain't got nothing on under it, and I'm burning up.
Yeah, I'm hot. But it's a good type of hot. It's like I'm on fire. Shout out to the undefeated.
Yes, sir.
Shout out my spiritual consigliere in the building. He is in here as always, dishing out the spirituality, being my confidant, pause, my cohort, my amigo. I want y'all to put y'all hands together for the Right Reverend Dr. Benjamin Blanco Perryman, Esquire, aka y'all know him as Big Blanco Perry. Shout out Big Blanco Perry, y'all.
What up? Give me a split second. Tides of comfort and joy, everybody. What up, homie? I forgot his name.
Polo.
I was about to introduce him next.
Polo. Yeah. Polo. Now, because he was there a couple weeks ago, so I remember his face. I just couldn't remember what the name was. What up, Philly? What up, bro? Give me 1 second to set my camera up. You ain't see my text. I had text you.
Oh yeah, I was
Philly, mama.
schedule, brother.
Now you good?
You see, I had to stop and get a drink just because
what the fuck is that? What is that?
What's going on?
What is that? What is that, y'all?
We're drinking the most
Oh my God.
diabolical. I said, give me your most diabolical drink.
Crescetta.
I said, bartender, something diabolical, please.
Oh my God, that is funny. It's what is that? Is that witch's brew? Is that fucking
Witch's brew? Yes, it's exactly what it
it's
is.
witch's brew? It is called Victoria. It's got a bottle of witch's brew.
Purple?
No, it's like a banana yellow label, even white and yellow. But give me 1 second, let me set my camera up, and y'all can finish, and I'm gonna jump right back in.
Oh man, look. And the funny part is, I was having a conversation with this gentleman earlier about being a bigger man, and I said, you know what? Nah, I'm good on that. But he said, bro, you got to stay above it. I said, I'll leave that to you because you the one flying with no wings. Shout out Superfly, no wings. This is my dog.
It was good. You see that? I talk about
I like
merch.
that color on you, Mom. You looking good.
Talk about merch. You heard me? We in there. Like,
Everybody, the whole crew fresh. We should have got you a motherfucker.
Hold on. Vito, big screen me, brother. Big screen me one time.
Big screen you? I got you. Pause. I'm not gonna even hold you to that big screen.
How you doing, Mama Philly?
How you doing, Mama Philly?
Hello.
Hey, Miss Brown. How you doing, Queen?
I'm well, and you?
My favorite OG.
All right, you better know it.
Better knowing it. Listen, if it's ever an issue, call me. I'm there, like swimwear. You hear me? I'm in there.
Hold on, Superfly. Hold on, look. You about to get a surprise now.
Go ahead.
Hold on, wait. She ain't ready yet.
Okay.
Oh, y'all matching now.
On the good foot, baby. On the good foot. Hey.
Oh, you ain't bouncing like that foot wasn't messed up just last week.
That was my good foot.
Yeah, she hopping on the good foot because that bad one.
That bad. That right one ain't no joke.
We ain't trying to hear her scream tonight.
Now, this is some other kind of screaming.
That foot gonna be throbbing later.
Get out.
You know, before I was so rudely interrupted, I just want to, I'm giving you a big hug right now, okay? And I hope you really feel it, because I really mean it. Thank you, love.
Hold on. We got rules against this type of shit, but
left side, right?
Your heart hand. Oh,
thank you, love. But that was so sweet.
Listen, when Mama Philly gave a hug, I tried to intercept it. You feel me?
Superfly.
I was hoping to be, bro.
Superfly, look, baby. I got one for you too, okay? We're gonna start it out real slow, and then we're gonna take it in like this. And I'm just squeezing you.
Ooh, taking it in.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You felt that, didn't you?
What's up with all this gyrate?
I'm just happy because my night had high hopes.
Well, y'all have all met my good homeboy Polo. Make you slide this way, get him trained a little bit. There we go, boom. So we got the homie Polo in the building.
What up, y'all?
Man, Polo 180, man, 180 Polo on IG for everybody who want to tap in with the homie. But we had some special inputs tonight. Now, from the bloody UK, fresh in from the bloody UK. He was a bad man over there. They told me he was a bad man.
Was he a bloody bloke?
He was a bloody bad man. Bloody bad man busting them blokes over the head and everything. I want y'all to shout out. He done flew back over the East Coast to the West Coast. And he here with y'all. Shout out to Red Cup. My boy, Noonday. Give it up for Noonday.
What up? What up? What up?
What up, though? What up, though?
Oh, man, what's going on?
I'm we didn't have the Red Cup with you, but we a little more diabolical tonight. Shout out to you.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Appreciate it. Good to be back. Good to be back.
Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Glad you made it back, man. They was starting a room over there. They said that I saw Lennox Lewis this weekend during the fight. And they said you was over there trying to take his place. I ain't know. They said you was over there looking like a young Lennox Lewis doppelganger.
Yeah, hey, he came up to me with some clippers. I had to get up out of there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he a little jealous now because he don't got his hair no more.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yo, he got the full gray beard. I was jealous. I was like, when did Lennox Lewis go full gray?
Hey.
When that nigga
he got out of there early enough to not be having slurred speech, so that's the least he could do.
Yeah, that was a good look for him. That was a good look. Shout out Anthony Joshua for on the back end for pause for he did it for the culture.
Oh yeah,
he did it for the culture.
Did his thing.
It wasn't quite the Montgomery sweet tea party, but I take it.
Did any of y'all see that Gillian Wallow fight card?
Nah, what was happening on that one?
So it was a kid fighting from Arizona that, I ain't gonna lie, man, he did some remarkable stuff in that ring, man. Like, his showmanship was crazy. Like, he put on the show, bro. He did a split in the middle of his fight. Hopped up from the split, punched man in the face, right, bro. It wasn't a freaky split. Like, he did the right type of split. You feel me?
He did the James Brown split.
Right.
He did the James Brown split.
He did the John Claude Van Damme split.
He didn't do the Prince Coochie Cutter, bro.
No, he didn't do that one.
He didn't do the Prince Coochie Cutter, bro. And then another moment, he got man and he put him in the corner, boxing him and whatnot, right? You gotta choose your words wisely. And you know what I'm saying? After that, when the ref was going to break it up, he did a full back with gloves on in the middle of a fight, bro. He still had all that energy, bro. And that was a good fight, man.
Man, I just want the stamina of a boxer.
It brought life back to the sport a little bit.
Have you ever thrown punches for a minute straight, let alone 3 minutes straight?
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's tiring.
You ever got in one of them situations where you know if you stop sending them punches, you just might go down. And if you go down, you might not go home.
Right.
See, I ain't never been knocked out before in my life. I've never been, the closest I've been to getting stumbled, I got hit in the head with a pool stick. And I'm still looking for that nigga.
I got body slammed one time, right, when I was a kid. That was the only fight I lost. I was 10 years old. It was right before I became diabetic.
Don't look for him, Bino. He can't go to school. He can't go in school zones or parks. So you don't got to look for him no more.
I'm not looking for him at all. I used to, people used to be like, are you scared he's going to pop up on you on the road? I said, that nigga can't leave the state. He on parole.
Hey. I fell off a bike one time when I was a kid. I was riding on the handlebars while my uncle was riding, and he tried to pop a wheelie, and I fell off and woke up in the back of a pickup truck because I was knocked out.
Yeah, yo.
Was the pickup truck in motion?
No, it was somebody right up the street. The person they had a first aid kit. They used smelling salt to wake me up, but I went right back to sleep.
That'd have been scary.
Crazy.
You woke up, they arguing about who found you first.
Yeah, my uncle thought he killed me. He was like, "Oh my god!" Like he didn't even want to tell nobody at first. I'm like, "Dang, y'all was gonna bury me?" Like, you know,
who found you first? Yeah, they said, "Who found you first?"
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's wild.
Yunzi,
Yeah.
I just wanted to say hello to you before I got ready to exit the room.
All
So-
right. Hey, Mama Philly,
I
I love that sweater.
Thank you.
Right? I said the same thing, dude. That's an awesome color. I like
Green, my favorite
green.
color. Yeah, green, my favorite
Let
color.
me put my little collar in. All right.
All right, there you go. That's right.
All right, guys. I'm gonna retire for
I'll
tonight.
compliment you well, Mama Philly.
It does.
Oh,
It does.
thank you. Y'all so sweet.
All right.
Okay. Well, the sick and shut in is finna shut it down.
Good to
Okay.
see you.
You
Good to
see,
see
it's the
you.
only time I allowed a sick and shut in talk. I got into a fight at the church because they was blessing the food, and the little mother of the church tried to bring the sick and shut in into the prayer. I said, hey. I'm talking about chicken and macaroni right now.
No, something
You,
else.
you ever stop the prayer with in the middle of the prayer? With, hey, hey.
Say, folks,
We can't,
Right.
we can't play them games on my side. You gonna get your ass whooped at the prayer.
Yeah. During prayer.
Oh man!
Somebody might break the rank and whoop your ass.
Y'all saw that one video where
I
the
took a
preacher was
pool
talking?
stick to the head, Hazy Fox, and did not go down. The nigga hit me with it 4 times till it basically broke into toothpicks. And then when he realized he wasn't knocking me out with a pool stick and his best clear shot, the nigga ran. How you hit somebody with a stick and then run?
So
Philly described him perfectly with his big ass.
in my situation, I got body. We
Only thing that ever got me out was
I've been knocked out a couple times, I believe, but it was all car related.
I was talking, and
Yeah, I got hit by a car as a kid. Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure I got knocked out. So, yeah, I got hit by a little Datsun pickup truck. Trying not to fall in a hole and went across the street without looking. They said I went like 7-8 feet in the air, and I don't remember that shit. Next thing I remember is my cousin lifting me up out the grass, and when I got up, I had a tire mark down my khaki pants, and I didn't feel hurt. So
you don't even know.
You said what? What's the funny part? What
the tire mark.
Yeah, from my hip. Yeah, from my hip. Cause my mom tried. I had the button-up shirt school picture. So yeah, my the tire mark was from like my hip to my ankle. You said what? Oh yeah. My leg was fucked up right before that.
Benny. Oh yeah, Benny, you gotta echo. Go out and come back in.
Shit. How you feeling?
Don't worry, I'm on it, y'all. I'm looking. I'm on it.
I just wanted to make sure. I know I'm using my laptop, so I wanted to make sure it wasn't me.
That's why it looks different today.
Yes, that's why it looks different.
Okay, I'm like, you look different today.
That's why I hit the mute button. As soon as I started hearing the echo, I wanted to make sure it wasn't me.
Yeah, no, I'm behind the scene. When you see me look down like this, it's because I'm sitting here looking at the screen, making sure we good.
Echo, I hate to say it, but I know who the damn culprit is.
Now I see there's somebody else here in the chat. Who is it? Who haven't you introduced yet so we can jump into this topic?
Oh, Trill. Shout out to the other people. I said, what up to Trill? I put Trill's always there. Brown Noonish is there. We see everybody.
Is Conflict backstage? Is Conflict backstage already?
No, he said he'll be here in one moment. He'll be here in a second.
Oh, okay.
That nigga paint clothes on. You know, take a little while.
He come in the house and change clothes like Mr. Rogers.
Yeah,
you know why Mr. Rogers used to change clothes every time he went in and out the house, right?
That nigga come in and change because he just did a drill.
No, he didn't want to leave no DNA. You can't walk out the house with the person's DNA on you.
Oh yeah.
Did you just say he walked in and changed do-rags? I know you was about to say that, Superfly. It sounded like it. It's too funny.
I can't with y'all.
Change do-rag.
No, we can jump right into the topic, man, because we was a little behind schedule anyway. But I really wanted to talk to the people because I want y'all to understand that there is no bias in my blood. And just how we examined last week the angry black woman, we are going to delve into the angry black man today. I see your anger, brother. I feel your pain. But you are loved sometimes. And I can't speak for every black man. I can speak for my particular experience. There's a lot of times we get the stereotypical, he's so angry, large black man, angry black man, big black man. Correct. You know, this whole country, the reason that we can't smoke weed and do drugs freely like they would in other countries is because they were scared of the cocaine crazed Negro. They were scared. They are so scared that we as a black man, I as a black man, would get crazed and unstoppable off of a touch of the cocaine. Shout out to Dave Chappelle too. Just on a side note, just released a new special called the Unstoppable Negro Act, which I think all this is just timely. It's just timely. I didn't even know that it was going to play out like this when I talked about the angry black woman on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I didn't know that by the weekend he released the Unstoppable Negro Act, and then Monday we'd be talking about the angry black man, the unstoppable black man. I guess the best way to say this is how I've been saying a lot of things lately. We get a rap as the angry black man, and I always say that the anger is justified. But with all things in the anger realm, that is not the true emotion. Anger is a secondary emotion. And for myself, personally, it's just me. A lot of my anger with this world, it stems from injustice. It doesn't stem from hatred. A lot of it stems from fear. Some days, you know, I'm so scared to get out of my bed because I know I might have a scowl on my face and someone may mistake it as aggression and gun me down in the street. I am fearful of raising my voice in certain situations because someone can just take it as a threat. Just in the situation I was just talking about with getting hit with a pool stick. I couldn't get any justice and no like legal satisfaction from that because in the state of Virginia where I live, because I'm a large black man and I moved towards the man in such a fashion, he felt like it was a threat. Like just being a big man moving towards someone, not hostile, just walking towards someone too fast can be considered a hostile act. And they have the right to stand their ground. They could George Zimmerman me. Like, I'm upset because I have to live with that fear. Y'all ever heard the phrase, big nigga, big gun? That's every cop's justification for shooting a nigga. I thought he had a gun. As a big nigga, he had a big gun. I shot him.
I tell niggas I'm a little nigga with a big gun.
No, but either way, when the police frame it up, nigga, you gonna be 6'5", 280. You gonna be Derrick Henry. You gonna be fucking a running back coming through the A gap.
Now, through
That's
that
a hack
bag.
That shit is literally like Hack a Shack. Big nigga, big gun. It's crazy. And Bino, you seen a lot of movies. It was this movie from the 70s. It was crazy when you brought up Coked Up Negro, and it was this guy, and they was just like plastering this dude with bullets, and he was still coming, big black dude. And it was a movie, some type of satire from the 70s. And I don't remember the name of the title, something I probably seen when I was like 4 or 5 years old. But, they surmised it to he was high on cocaine and he couldn't feel none of the gunshots. And it was like, you said what?
That movie probably scared the shit out of politicians.
It scared the shit out of me as 4 years old to see it. I was at my uncle's crib. And it was some shit they was watching,
The thing is, it's true though. Low key, it's true. I don't like to tell white people this, but yeah, I've seen people on PCP. I've seen a nigga on PCP break handcuffs.
I was about to get to that too, because you think about some of the shit you see crackheads do, bro.
Crackhead walk a refrigerator up a 3-flight walk up by itself.
I seen a crackhead riding down the street, riding down my block I used to live on a mountain bike with a refrigerator on his back, holding it with one hand and steering with the other, bro. That's a real story. It went viral.
I've seen a crackhead change an alternator with no tools, bare hand. Bare hand alternator change.
I know a crackhead that'll do your yard with some scissors. Come out top here.
The engine was hot. He went like this.
Yeah,
and start unscrewing shit.
Off the engine. He said, "No, leave it running.
Keep it running." On a serious note, though, inside the minds of those who look at us a certain way, they view us as the super Negro. So when you were talking about that, you reminded me of something I saw online with Denzel Washington talking about a movie that was pitched to him, and he dubbed it the nigga they couldn't kill. Like they tried everything and he just wouldn't die. You know what I mean? So in the psyche of the dominant society, they tend to think that, well, they had thought in the past and maybe even now that we couldn't feel pain. We're super duper strong. They got those folk tales. I remember reading a book. I can't remember the man's name. It might have been John Henry or something like that, where he had two big hammers, and they were building a tunnel or something like that, and he was going against a steamboat, and he beat the steamboat.
Yeah, the railroad.
The railroad, and he collapsed at the end. But the moral of the story was that he was super. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's just something.
You're absolutely right, because medical journals are built on that. They're built on that. Black people can tolerate more pain than white people.
Yeah,
that's in medical journals, like to this day.
Oh yeah,
and make me think about like
what y'all are saying to me now is that Black men went from being heroes, something that is unexplainable, to something that is to monsters, basically.
What? Yeah, because they use synthetic drugs to enhance their abilities. So when they have brothers and sisters using it, now they crazy. You get what I'm saying? So it's just this weird little thing that we see sometimes. But they do that to their people. They were scared. Screw the cocaine. Mm-hmm. They was talking about you smoke weed. They was scaring they women into like, hey, don't deal with these brothers, man.
Yeah,
you smoke
Reefer
weed.
Madness. Remember Reefer Madness, nigga?
Right, Reefer. Yeah.
Reefer Madness. That's why I still call it Reefer, because I want y'all to think I'm under the madness. No, y'all don't understand. Like, I'm over here smoking Reefer.
You gotta leave me alone.
I'm mad.
That's why you didn't fall when you got hit with that pool stick that many times. The reefer madness.
The reefer madness took over. That's actually kind of true.
That damn reason.
That nigga, I sort of fear that nigga eye. You know, because I wasn't expecting him to hit me with the stick. So when he swung the stick, I was like shocked. Like I was more shocked than like hurt at first. Because I'm like, this nigga just hit me in the head with him. I thought I was bleeding at first. I was like,
it was warm. When you
yeah,
got hit
warm shit. I was like, oh, am I bleeding? But then I was like, and then I saw his eyes get big. He was shocked because he swung that shit so hard and it didn't do shit. So he was like, and then he swung it a couple more times, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna fuck you up now. But then he got the running, and then he jumping over tables, and I wasn't jumping over no tables, but he was jumping over tables, and then people tackled me, which was the funny part. They grabbed me because like I said, I'm a big nigga moving aggressively towards somebody, so I have to be the aggressor. No, at this point, I'm retaliating. I'm like, this nigga hit me with a stick and ran. What the fuck?
That's why you know. That's why you never seen a fat nigga do. That's why you've never seen a fat nigga really do the track part of track and field. We do the field sports. I'll throw the javelin or the discus or the shot put. I'm not doing that 100 yards for y'all to see me really moving. And you got it on film that I can get down. Yeah, we don't need that.
No, I refuse to try to do the hurdle. I can never do a hurdle. It's some things in life I just never could do. I wish I could do. Like,
I can run through it.
I never did a hurdle. I never seen up on a seesaw. I've never seen up on a seesaw.
So shout out my fat homie Ray, man, because he held it down for fat niggas for years. Since we was kids, this nigga was always down the race, and most times win. You feel me? He about 3 and 3. You feel me?
This nigga said, I ain't never seen up on a seesaw.
No, because there was a fat nigga in elementary school that used to like to get. Did he just like to see my legs dangling? Y'all was like that in elementary school. Like I'm trying to now. Yeah, y'all got. Because I knew that I couldn't bring his big ass down.
That's why I'm mad. I saw up on a seesaw.
See, I can control my weight always, so like I can lighten myself so that motherfucker go up. But yeah, I could sit and plop down and have motherfuckers just stuck up. People used to do backflips off the shit with me just sitting on the upper end. Like niggas will walk up it and then just flip off the bitch. So yeah, I know your pain a little bit, B.
It's a lot, but it's a lot of nimble big brothers out there. When I was younger, I played a lot of sports, played ball, and thinking that because somebody big, you can do something and run and be free. Oh no, you pop somebody in the back of the neck and think you gonna get out the way. You turn around, he right on you. You're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So and playing basketball, it was some cool big guys that was just quick, know what they doing. You know what I mean? So I don't underestimate them, and I hope anybody watching this don't do the same thing because you will be surprised.
Shout out to Aaron Escalade. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, R.I.P. Shout out. R.I.P. Yeah, he be fast, man. Troy Jackson.
Yeah. That was like early 2000s, wasn't
it? Yeah. That's how I am, though. I got that closeout speed. I got that, like, inside of 20 feet, I'm on your ass. Now, when you start getting like 30, 40 feet, you got a chance to get away.
You racing my win. You ain't racing how fast I can go. You racing how long I can keep breathing and keep up with your ass. If my breathing good, if I ain't smoked nothing in the past 10, 15 minutes, oh yeah, I'm on that ass. When that countdown gonna start.
Let that breathing get my shit over.
Right.
I really want to jump into it. So we understand that there are just difficulties in life. Like there are things that you were just born into. You were born into being a Black man that has to go through certain things. What are these other aspects of life that turn y'all into these angry black men? And what is it as a community that any of us can do to kind of help that mad black man or that angry black man?
One of the, my bad if anybody else wants
to.
No, go ahead, brother.
The thing that I can, admit to being the angry black man about in one point in my life that I talk about often is, when I lost my best friend as a kid. And that put me into that point where I ain't want to make no more new friends. So with that, I was in a lot of fights. I was a motherfucker can, what I'm saying, just be too close to me and I'm gonna say something to you. Like, oh, bro, what the fuck you standing so close to me for? Like, or move them from being in my section. You know what I'm saying? Like, physically move them away from me. Like, yo, bro, watch out, yo. You know what I'm saying? I was carrying that type of vibe, and it was.
And you were a lot younger when that happened too.
I was a lot younger, and sometimes a lot of us folks go through these types of things at young ages and don't get the chance to grow through it. So imagine if I carried that and continued that mindset. You know what I'm saying? I know some people that lost folks at them same types of ages that never got over it, and still in that type of vibe, still trying to play get back games and things like that. Like, a lot of times, like, we don't in the urban environment, we don't address our traumas appropriately.
Definitely don't.
That's a step that a lot of us need to take. Like we talked about it with the women, like, at forms of therapy, forms of personal development, things of that manner. Like I was saying, how we said, the skating and gardening and things like they tried to twist my words up the last time. But necessary on both genders. I was speaking about it on the last panel because those were steps that I personally took for myself. You know what I'm saying? I got certain things that I do that, that's just my me time. Like, I put my skates on and I go to a tennis court and skate. If I don't feel like going to a skating rink, I'm going to be at an empty tennis court, clean it out, and skate by myself, put my headphones on. Right. You just got to find those things where you can just have that time to regroup.
All right, question.
Go ahead.
Who's your favorite character in Roll Bounce? Or Roll Bounce or ATL?
I'm gonna say ATL was more relatable for me because, you know what I'm saying, I ain't grow up in that type of environment. As far as the Roll Bounce, John, I can relate a little bit more with the ATL.
UTI and ATL.
I wasn't soft like T.I. little brother, but I was a knucklehead little brother, and my brother was kind of trying to whip me out the streets before I got too deep in. Whole time he got too deep in before I got too deep in.
Oh no, that was one of my favorite lines in that movie with Big Boy. Like, oh, he threw money in my face. One of my favorite lines in the movie.
And I'm sorry, I was thinking about back, like, when Superfly first told us that he skated on Instagram. Somebody came in and called him a Temu usher, and I'm sorry, like.
Let me think about it. Be reasons why I got beef with the nigga Usher, right? Since I was a kid, like, people be like, "Oh, you look like Usher." You look all right, whatever, man. That's cool. I would try to do things on my own type time, like switch up hairstyles. Every time I had a different hairstyle, I looked up that type of shit. Cut my hair, he cut his hair. Grew braids, he had braids. Had the fade, he had the fade. Had the curly top. Every hairstyle, through the journey.
So basically, Usher been copying your style.
Bro, I wanted to be performing with my skates on and shit, right? I was aspiring to doing that. You see, I already be having my dog on stage. The nigga started skating on the shows and shit, skating around. Fuck it, man.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm sorry, Superfly. I had to. I'm
I
sorry.
think that's why Superfly angry. Usher is stealing all his swag.
Oh, shit.
You know, what's crazy about the question is that I think that black men don't have the luxury of having the normal emotional spectrum that everybody else has, and I think that may be the thing that make us angry. You
I
know,
was gonna say that, brother.
you have normal things that happen in everyday life where everyone else can basically complain or feel a certain way or react a certain way, and it's perceived as normal, but it's something about us when we react the exact same way for the same reason, maybe even a worse situation, but some way, somehow, we end up in a totally different situation than other people. And it's a sad thing, really. I've seen a lot of good brothers, you know, fight for what's right, or speak up to something, or speak up for someone. And because it's them and they have a little passion in their voice, all of a sudden they're angry. It's perceived as anger or aggression, or, you know, your voice is too loud, or whatever the case may be. But it's only because they're being challenged in a certain way. But it's something about us that we don't have the luxury of performing how we feel about certain things the way everybody else does. And I think that's something that may stick with a lot of brothers, you know, and they do be angry, but they be angry because of that. And I think one way we can work on that is by is really at home in the communities, you know, brothers and sisters. We can't be getting caught up with the things that we see on social media, the things we see online, with this gender war thing, you know, stuff like that. I had 2 sons and I had 2 daughters. You know what I mean? So for me, I would, if I see a woman going through something, in particular a black woman, I'm gonna come and give as much advice as I can from a place of love and concern, because I would want somebody to do that for my daughter, you know. And then on the male side of it, if my son is going through something and he's feeling a certain way about it or whatever, even if he's speaking up for someone, I would want a woman to know that he's speaking up for what's right. He's not an animal. He's not an aggressor. He's speaking to what's right, and check those who are misinterpreting what's really going on. So I think once we start to work those things out, I think it'll get a lot better. And to be honest with you, I spoke about this before. It has to start with the kids. It has to start with the kids, because with adults, we've already been through a lot. We have our own opinions about things, and it could be a lot of resistance. So teaching our kids that, protecting them and showing them how to protect one another, I think we'll see a difference a lot sooner if we do that. That's my piece.
Teaching emotional intelligence to the kids would definitely be a asset for the youth development. You know what I'm saying? Like starting it off when they're young, definitely.
But the thing is, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just want to know, like, I'm not one of those people. Like, I feel like I've grown up in a pretty emotionally stable home or whatever. But when you grow up in homes where people are not emotionally stable to nurture and develop emotionally stable people, where does that even start? Because we're talking about just for, you know, y'all as young men, how as a woman do I teach you how to be an emotionally stable young man and I'm not saying me, but anybody, if we're not emotionally stable people, period.
And that's what part of what Newsy was saying, is that we have to begin from the beginning, from childhood. Like, the one thing I can guarantee you that every black man here has experienced is that when we make mistakes, we're given consequences where other people are given grace. From the beginning, as an early child, Mistakes that are made are often met with the severest of consequences.
Yes.
We're trained early that life is going to punish your ass.
Mm-hmm.
We have to learn to play it with a poker face from the beginning. We got to learn that this game is rigged from the beginning, so you're going to catch a whole bunch of shit that's unfair. And it just becomes a conditioning where it's like, I know the game is rigged. I know the game is fucked up. I know everything is unfair. I know you will give everything to whatever you're passionate about, be it your relationship, your family, your career, your finances, your health, your fitness, whatever. You will give it everything and be told it's bare minimum. It's not enough.
Yeah. I told my son that same thing, he's 16 now. I had that conversation with him when he was like 13, 14 years old. When you leave this house as a young black man, you might get treated like this by these type of people. And, the look on his face was just like, are you serious? He couldn't believe it. But that's the kind of conversation we got to have as a young, with a young black man and growing up, a black male, that from a young age, you looked at and treated differently.
It's crazy to know that as a black man, if I have a son right now, at some point I'm going to have to sit him down and explain to him, son, at some point handcuffs will be placed on your wrist, and I need you to be cool. They're going to violate your rights. They're going to step over and on and crush your civil rights. And you got to be cool. Because I want you to come home because I love you. And we're black men and they're looking for a reason.
Yep. Any reason.
It's hard to have to know that as a black man, that's your reality. And yes, it's scary. It's a fear. And it will make you angry because no one else has to go through that. And then we have to be gaslit and say, well, just obey, just comply. Just comply. If you comply, it won't be a problem. Niggas do comply. Niggas be comply. I've watched restrained men be choked with a foot on their neck, a knee on their neck.
And so like Polo, I kind of feel the same way. Like, I don't know if I started telling my son how he would be treated too soon or too late.
Right.
I know that I've dealt with different racial situations because when I first moved out here, I was in more of a predominantly Black and Mexican area. And then I ended up moving to a more predominantly white area to where I went to my 8th grade and then all the way up until I graduated from high school. And I was one of 2 Black girls that was in the entire 8th grade. And that's the first time that I felt like I received racism from white people. Can
I ask a question? It's kind of related but unrelated.
Go ahead.
Was the other girl dark skinned?
She was.
I knew it. It's always one dark skinned girl, one light skinned girl.
Yeah, she was.
So that's how they describe it. Like, no, not the dark skinned one.
Now there was a mixed girl, and you can say that she was Black too, but she didn't identify as Black, and so I just don't even really ever include her in the mix. So there was 3 of us. She was light skinned, she was mixed, and then there was me, and then there was the dark skinned girl. The dark skinned girl, I felt like she had her head low. And so then you get pointed at what is the pretty light-skinned girl. So that's the one that the teacher was coming after. That's the one that was getting into trouble. That was the one that was getting picked on. That was the one. I was the one who, even though I looked more closely like them, I couldn't relate to them. Whereas the dark-skinned girl, she was, because she was adopted, she was raised in a white home. She knew how to act around more white people than I did. I didn't know how to act. You know what I'm saying? So I got in trouble, and I felt like there was a lot of times that eyes got switched on me in situations where it was like, no, I was a good student. I made good grades. I like to talk just like everybody liked to talk. But as soon as I started talking, it was an issue. Yeah, the teacher was the worst. So, you know, I just
told my son that. I told him, I said, sometimes your teacher might show favoritism towards another student that might be more like them. You know what I mean? Like, just be prepared. Everybody ain't gonna like you. And some of them because they're racist.
I don't even think that my mom was prepared for what I was going to go through when we moved out. Like the house that I'm in right now, I don't think that she was prepared for what I was going to go through even being out here, because again, I was more in a predominant Black Mexican area to where, I just got made fun of for being light skinned, and that was Black kids, you know, making fun of other Black kids. But it was never, I don't think that was malicious, to where when I moved out here, the first thing that those girls asked me is, what's it like to be ghetto? And I'm like, I don't know. You probably gonna be able to tell me better than I can tell you. So having conversations as far as your kids and everything go, like, I don't know, like, when the right time, because like a lot of times now I feel like the conversation with my son happened too late, because I thought that the world was progressing, and then we start to get further back and back and back and back. And I'm like, oh, these little white kids calling you niggas? Oh, they following you around they following the Black kids around the hallways with their cell phones making whipping sound. Look, my mama had to come back in here. So
the girl got arrested basically on a college campus a few months ago. She bought a whip on campus and was cracking it as she walked down the the little open area of the college, the quad. Yeah, thank you.
Common areas,
Yeah, you know, a fucking whip. It's 2025. It's like, okay, you know.
The kids at my son's school, they had whipping sounds on their cell phones, and they will walk behind the Black kids and play the and so, you know, I didn't think that these were conversations that I was gonna have to have with him at a young age. Just like I didn't, you know, as y'all see, my mother is more dark-skinned than I am. And I did grow up, like, when I would go to school, the kids would be like, oh, you're adopted because your mom is dark-skinned, and who they thought was my biological dad. My stepdad is dark-skinned, so that's who would show up, and they'd be like, oh, you're adopted, not knowing who my biological father was. And so I dealt with some little tiny segments of that, and I did, you know, light, bright, almost white. But it wasn't like a big conversation that I feel like we ever had to have.
And I'm going to say this. No, we never had that conversation. And the reason why, for me as a parent, my mother is biracial. So we just love people for who they are. I don't care what color your skin is, because when you look at my family, they range from lighter than Felicia to probably as dark as Vino. Okay.
Well, I was the darkest one up here.
Not because you're the darkest one on the screen. So that's why I said that. But no, you know I love you. But anyway,
you know, I used to be light skinned.
We all did. We all started out light skinned.
He was competitive swimming. That Kareem got him bad.
Right. But no, that was a conversation that I never thought I had to have with Felicia, is because we've always been open about it. And for me, even with Felicia and with Jalen, my kids were so, I think, sheltered in a lot of ways, to where when you talked about color of people's skin, they would relate it to the colors in the coloring box, not, oh, you know, well, she's brown, she's Black, she's tan, or, you know, peach color and stuff. And so one night we was in the car, and Jalen was probably about 5 or 6 years old, and we were sitting in the car, and we was talking. I don't know how we got on talking about color, but anyway, so I I asked him, I said, well, what color is Felicia? He told me Felicia was white. And I said, well, what color am I? And he says, you're brown. I said, well, what color is your dad? He said, he's black. I said, well, what color is your granny? She's really black. so I mean, those were the conversations that I had, or in, you know, just in light, because I never really wanted them to differentiate by someone's color. And it broke my heart when we did move here with Felicia going to school, because she got called the N-word. She was told to go back where she came from, you know. So those were things that it broke my heart that I had to deal with that. And she had to deal with it because she's never dealt with anything like that before. And like she said, it was just her and another girl of color in the school where there were 2,000 students, period. And out of the 2,000 students, you know how many kids were registered in that school that were African American? 8.
You mean 200?
No, 2,000.
There was 2,000 of us?
It was 2,000. So it was only 8, and then I think it was like 2 that was labeled other, you know, stuff like that. But
first of all, I don't even want to be there.
Well, look, this county.
If it's only 8 of us, this is obvious. This is a get out situation. Okay?
But then that falls into the line of like, the wider the school, the more respectable it is, or the more better it looks on your resume.
And I went to an accredited business school in college. It was predominantly white, but we still managed 20% black people. Like 8 people out of 2,000 is less than a percentage. It's like, wow, it's like decimal point percentage. So it's like, yeah, I don't even want to be a part of that situation. 8 of 2,000.
Yep, 8. And but so then here comes Jalen, my youngest. He's been brought up around this. So when he goes to school, it's a total different culture at this point, because more black people, African Americans, whatever, start moving in this area. And so they didn't look at each other as you black, you white. They just got out and played with each other and stuff. And the only regret that I have about it, especially with my son, is that I wish we probably would have stayed where we were and he got a little bit more tougher, you know. I think, yeah, you know, he's just had it real easy, you know, cheesy and stuff. And because of that, he had more black girls in his school, but still not many. And the ones that he had, they were related. So the first time I heard my son call a girl a bitch, whoo, it was on. But this is what I had to tell him, because I was like, well, what happened to you and such and such? Well, she's dating, you know, she's dating my other friend right now and stuff. And he was like, and that's what they doing, you know, they're the B word. And I looked at him and I told him, I said, look, let me tell you something. I don't want to ever want to hear that come out your mouth again. I said, because you got to look at it like this. It's not very many black boys at this school, so the chances of this other black girl dating one of your friends is gonna happen. And
go to another school, bitch. No.
Yeah. Nah, baby, we don't. That's what I bet you won't call. You won't call another one that word.
School. You go to another school.
Yeah. So
you break up with me, you gotta go to a whole nother school.
I kind of feel like I kind of wish he would have had that experience of, you know, just being around more kids that look like him and stuff. Yeah. But, you know, like I said, this area, these kids are getting a private school education at a public school, and they all score high on their ACTs. Yeah. So that was the main reason from us moving from a more urban area to the area that we're in. But, you know, the only other kids that they saw that looked like them was family and church. That was it.
I get it. I went to a white school early in my life. And I said, I went to a white school early in my life, and I went to a Catholic school early. And that gave me the head start. So that when I went to middle school and shit, I was socializing with my own again. But I was just smarter because I had the head start of the white school. You see, what it is you just can't have your kids, you put your kids in the white school to like 4th grade, then you be like, all right, now go be with the niggas, go be with the red people.
Right, you can't go full white.
You can't go full white. You can't go white through high school.
Well, the way I got this one with her spoiled self was she was getting in trouble doing stuff. I said, you know what? I'm gonna take you to the hood, and I worked
exactly.
I worked at
He's like, I'm gonna take you to your cousin's house in the hood where they got roaches.
Hey,
I'm gonna show you how to live with roaches, nigga.
No,
then you gonna appreciate the shit that I give you.
Right. Why she trying to get mad over a pair of Jordans? That's what she tried to get mad about. Is that what it was? It was about a damn pair of tennis shoes.
Oh wow.
and you running your mouth. So I said, you know what? I'm a show her. So I worked for United Way for a while. So I had a lot of, contacts with people that worked in the community. So I got in touch with one of my homeboys. I was like, look, I want my daughter to come over there and volunteer. She was at an age to where they would have put her on salary to come over there and work. Oh no, you're not gonna pay her a penny. How long do you need her?
What? The whole damn summer.
That's fiscally irresponsible. Nah, just give me her check. That's what I would say. Just give me her check.
Nope.
Don't even let her know she is.
Nope. She wasn't getting paid.
And those kids broke.
She wouldn't have got paid for it. You got paid for it.
No, those kids.
Listen to what they were asking her.
Those kids broke my heart. They was like, "Where are you from? What's your family like? Oh, you got a mom and dad in your house. Oh, you get to eat three meals a day. Oh, why is that in your lunchbox? Oh, your clothes are nice." And I was like,
the bathrooms. They wanted to know how many bathrooms she had in her house.
Yeah.
And when she told them how many she had, they was like, well, we only have one, bathroom. Mm-hmm. Or like at the end of the day when the program was over, they would give them bags of food to send home because they wouldn't eat until, the next morning.
They got back, yeah.
So some of the kids, she would give them extra bags and stuff, but she needed that awakening because I'm like, baby, guess what?
From there. I know what you talk about. You need that. I told her, look, okay, Mom, I'm gonna be real with you. I tell Philly all the time, she has a blessed existence. I said, you lucky you got to grow up the way you did, but you gotta understand some shit out here in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I
know it. But you know what? Again, I feel that I sheltered too much when I should have just, given a little bit more rope and stuff. But if I could have got her to stop lying to me, we wouldn't have been there. But anyway, that's
I was just driving extra places. Yeah. I wasn't doing that.
But just wouldn't come home. Wouldn't come home on time. Bought her a car. No, check this out. Bought her a car, right?
She just said and lied that she didn't remember it was Jordan she got in trouble for. Tell me, is that what it was?
Yeah, it was about a pair of Jordan.
Because I don't even really care about tennis shoes that much.
But that's all you used to wear, tennis shoes and blue jeans.
Yeah.
Tennis shoes.
Tennis shoes, sneakers, whatever.
There you go. Sneakers.
Yeah. But what
I
was driving.
I think to touch on one of the things that you were saying, like about like kind of like integration with the newer generation, I do feel like they are growing up around each other, the different races, and it's not as racist. I'm seeing like more interracial couples, I think, more than ever.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing that I kind of feel like I failed at because my son won't date black women.
It's not that he won't.
He doesn't. Well,
won't is a strong word.
It's not that he won't. I think that Jalen hasn't. He's in the other room. Yeah, we can bring him in here.
He ain't gonna talk about
it. I think that Jalen just likes who he likes.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Mexican. You can be purple. Jalen is more so on what's on the inside and making sure that you got like a good mindset. Yeah. So like if your mind and your heart is all aligned, he ain't gonna care. But we just weren't raised like that. Now, growing up, you did tell me you better not come home with no white boy. And then Jalen came home with a white girl, and I was like, oh, he get to do that?
It runs in the family.
I was like, he get to do
that? But you know what? I'm gonna say this about that. I don't care who my children love. I really don't. You can be black, white, purple, green, orange, yellow, blue. I don't care. As long as you treat my children with love and respect, and that's all, and you're willing to protect them, and I don't have to worry about you as a man or a woman protecting my children's hearts and stuff, I don't care what color you are. I really don't. So I'm going to say this, Vino, when you first started talking, I could agree with you about, the statement you made about how black men carry their anger and stuff. And you too, Newsy, when you said that y'all can't carry certain things the way that, women, we can carry a lot more things and be okay. But as a man, you can't just be as relaxed about a lot of things that goes on in life. And all those are valid points. But like I'm getting back to what I was saying, as being not an angry black man, if you can get past that, how can you be an angry black man and you got a woman? Are you giving her everything? Are you giving her your best? Are you worried about how other people are perceiving you because you coming across as an angry black man?
Well, to address that, I actually just said people in general. I think that every ethnicity is able to express themselves in a normal nature, but it's something about black men that's a lot different. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the reason why I did mention black women was because we have to care for one another. So if I see a black woman going through something, I'm going to speak to her as a brother, to help her out. And I think that when brothers go through things, I think the women, we need to get out of that gender fighting with each other because that's what they want us to do. We need to care for more, care for each other more. And I think that's what's going to correct the angry black man thing, because our community has been divided in the household a lot more so than others. There was a huge attack from all different angles using different methods. So when I had said it, I was basically saying that as a black man compared to men of all other ethnicities, it just seems like it's more of a threat when it's us than anybody else. Just to clarify that.
That's because they know the power that we hold and just our aura, our being. There's like anything that a black man wants done, it gets done.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So they're scared of that type of will. Like that's one of those unbreakable, like back again, shout out Dave Chappelle, the unstoppable Negro. The unstoppable nigga.
But Bino, let me ask you something. Do you feel that as a black man and you putting anger on top of that, do you think that when you meet a woman that you are interested in, that you are projecting your anger onto that woman as well, or to where she sees it?
No. I believe that when I'm entertaining a woman that I really, really care for or really like have good intentions with, I project all the love that I want to see. Like, and maybe that's a flaw somewhere where it's just a projection of, hey, let me show you all the love that I hope to see in this world. This is, and I'm not mad at you for giving Philly the greatest life ever and like showing her the good things and showing her how to properly love and be around people. So that's what I want to do for my children. That's the reason I moved away from North New Jersey. I can't show no child how to love, how a man loves a woman in Newark. I gotta be a pimp in Newark. I gotta be a drug dealer in Newark.
Yeah.
And that's the reputation I'm cultivating for myself in that city. So you can never know about Daddy has another life, okay? So sleep well. I want you to be this person that so that you know how to be treated later and you know how to treat people later.
Right.
But
Benny, you look like you had something you really wanted to say.
No, but I'm saying like
No, I said Benny. Benny.
I'm just laughing because I could just hear Vino singing a nursery rhyme to his little baby girl. Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Daddy about to go and take a ride. These hoes think they ain't gonna give me my loot, but they don't know Daddy will ride through and shoot. So you, so it was just. he said, I can't raise no children in New Jersey. I'm pimping.
So I got a homeboy, right? His first.
So funny.
He got the whole nursery rhyme.
Right. I wasn't expecting that. That was pretty good.
Listen, my homeboy Paul, right, came into parenting with his first child completely wrong. He was like, his mindset was like, yeah, man, fuck that, man. I'm gonna raise my daughter to be a dyke, bro. Like, it's so.
What that sound like?
She cool now. She ain't no dyke or nothing. She's a little, you know what I'm saying? She gets to be a little girl, but that was his mindset at first. Like, I'm gonna raise my daughter to be a dyke.
Yeah. I thought I would do that at one point if I ever got caught up in these streets. It was the time I was fucking women recklessly.
No, I thought that was weird.
I
heard that once in my life too about. No, I think that's weird.
But what I am gonna say, and then I'm gonna leave because my husband waiting on me.
Say it again to the hating hoes in the back.
My husband waiting on me. And hey, and we had this conversation last night too about, you know, when you meet a person, a man knows in a certain amount of time if they want to marry that woman and stuff. So it was interesting because Felicia, you know, she had her ideal on something and then I had my idea about something. But, you know, like I told her, a real man is not going to sit there and talk about what he's going to do for you. He going to show you what he's going to do for you. As long as I've been with my husband, I ain't never worried about a light bill not being paid. I ain't never worried about a house note being missed. I ain't never had to worry about nothing besides getting up. If I want to go to work, I work. If I don't, I don't. But that's the kind of man he was before I married him. And he showed me that. So when you show me something, I can step back and let you be the man and let you lead and guide, you know, and stuff. But I have a strong personality. But then I'm going to get back to what I'm getting ready to say, and then I'm finna exit. So I don't have any regrets about how I raised my children. None whatsoever. I just wish they would have had some other experiences that I did not provide for them. But I've taught them to where they are very strong individuals in their own way. And we are getting ready, me and my husband, we getting ready to move out the country, you know. And with us doing that, it's Nah, it ain't got nothing to do with it. It's about financial freedom to where we can pick up and do that if we want to. But I'm gonna miss my babies, and we're gonna see them a whole lot. And you know, it ain't gonna be like we gone far. Because time we get ready to come home, we can just jump on the plane and come. But I say that to say this: if I didn't think that they were mentally stable to handle something like this, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Would not do it. But I am comfortable with the decision that we've made because of who they are as young adults. Mm-hmm. We done did our job. We done provided them with the best. I mean, they done had the best of both worlds and stuff. Now it's time for mom and daddy to go and enjoy themselves.
And I can say this though, Vino. So Jalen was in the background of one of the Psycho-Babbles, and y'all see like Jalen has a pretty like laid back, chill demeanor, just like me. He's chiller than me.
Yeah.
You know, I know your brother, me and your brother broke bread already.
Yeah, you met my brother, but everybody hasn't. And so like for the people that just seen him in the background, like talking and chilling, like that's Jalen all the time. Like I don't see him as an angry black man
at all.
But that's because that's another reason why we be angry, because okay. As a man, when I look at a woman, I know there's something that she's angry about. I know there's something that she's angry about.
Yeah, my toes ain't done right now. It's okay.
I know there's something in her life that she's kind of mad about. And I'm good with that because I can help navigate that. You know what? In my mind, I think if there's something that a woman's angry about, worried about, stressed about, if I could take one of those things off of her plate, maybe that'll make her want to touch on me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can get her out of her anger.
Is that Jalen? Yeah, Jalen is definitely somebody that is at least emotionally, and then I know that he can provide financially.
Mm-hmm.
And if he can do it, he's going to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you don't have to ask him 5 times to do it. If he already knows that it needs to be done, he's going to do it.
Yeah. And then I told Felicia they had him and one of his girls had went to we went to the casino one time, and we all stayed in the same room. And I'm okay with him sleeping in the bed, in the room with me with a woman or whatever, because I know he ain't gonna disrespect me and do nothing with that woman in front of me. But what got me and what really touched my heart, and I told Felicia this, he's very attentive to the person that he's with. Because how many men, and this including y'all on this staff, I think Benny, I'm gonna say Benny, I believe Benny has probably done this before. Have you ever just polished your woman's fingernails?
Yeah, I have before, but now she gonna put money in.
I think Noon has.
I've done that. I've polished, I've shaved, look.
Okay.
I ain't going to tell you some of the more gross things I've done. But
that man got a foot fetish, so I'm pretty sure he done a lot of shit.
No, you got to understand, I was a full-fledged pimp. And sometimes your hoes get hurt in the line of duty. And the one bitch, she had a broke arm and she couldn't wipe her ass. It was I had to wipe them.
Okay, Bino, you
That's better than the boy from Berlin.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna talk about him. We're not gonna talk about him.
Anyway, so those are the things that when I see him and I see him with his lady friend and stuff, I pay attention to how my son treats the women that he has brought around me and stuff. And a lot of them that come around me are not even women that he's dating and stuff. Just like you guys, they just got adopted into the family, and they've been around for a long time for him and stuff. And we know they're gonna roll with him, but we got a few of them that he hang with that if he got to fight, you need to know who down with you, my boy. You know what I'm saying? But but now they are very strong individuals. My baby.
I got some of those too, I call them my she-goons because I vowed to never ever raise my hand aggressively to women. So I'm in Philadelphia. These women be sometimes crazy and they raise their hand at you, knowing that hit them back. For sure they're gonna try and hit you.
I'd rather just put them on payroll, so I ain't even gotta be around them.
Take the shit out of them.
They fight, so I don't even want to do that because I'm pretty strong.
Ain't nothing like a good shake. I don't want you to
shake them into a concussion.
I don't want you to hit them, but I want you to shake the shit out of it.
Shake them until they go dizzy and fall over. You shake them long enough, they gonna get dizzy. They gonna fall.
It's like a reset,
See, they too old to have shaking baby syndrome.
Oh shit! Hold on. We got a special entry. I don't know what this nigga got on, but it looked like a tapestry.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm trying to say.
Is he dressed as a Christmas elf?
This shit came fresh out of Dapper Dan. I don't know.
He look like an Indian.
This nigga look like a bag of Skittles backstage. It was so bright.
You said he dressed like an Indian. It's crazy.
Give it up for conflict.
No.
Calm back down. We don't need this shit tonight. We were serious.
Oh, Oh,
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
You would have been perfect for a Christmas party.
This nigga here.
you would have won. You would have won. You got too much light going. Take him down, Vino. It's too much going on for me, baby.
You went to your wife's Christmas party or something?
Oh shit! He got a. Oh,
He got a
Lord.
And a light up cane. You.
I can't take no more. I can't take no more.
Go to
Where
your
you out, Carolyn?
I said I was gonna be here earlier, but I didn't know these comedians were gonna show their ass. Motherfuckers had
You
gifts
out
for the boy. They had gifts for each other. This turned into an event tonight. We celebrate.
What do you
You out,
celebrate?
Carolyn.
It's hard to. I don't even feel comfortable asking you this question, Conflict, while you're dressed like this. But I gotta try. What makes you angry in this world, Conflict? Would you feel like you're an angry black man? Is there things that you're subtly angry about and you just want to get off your chest?
I'm mad for you.
I'm mad right now looking at this.
The cigarette got me. I ain't gonna lie.
I am generally angry at myself for seriously an honest question. I'm generally angry at myself for wasting time. I should have listened to old niggas back when old niggas was trying to talk to me.
Then they ain't got no rat.
Now nigga want to listen now that he is an old nigga. Like, oh, they was right. Yeah, I'm generally mad at myself.
I want to tell all the young niggas out there, any nigga who sit on his balls when he gotta be careful of sitting on his balls, this nigga's planning ahead. Listen to them niggas. Listen to that nigga. Any nigga who gotta make sure he don't sit on his ball, that means he plans ahead. He has forward thinking.
I should go back and sit down in the bar. I think I am. I'm gonna sit in the car for a second and smoke, but I think I'm gonna go back in the bar.
Hey, Vino, I actually gotta jump off. My son keep knocking on my door because he's hungry. I gotta finish making his cabbage.
Go feed that young man.
Hey, I appreciate y'all for letting me come up, and I'll see y'all Wednesday.
So you got
Wednesday.
You got at the door. Tell my way his chicken.
Tell us anything you got to plug, Noon. Tell them about the Red Cup real fast.
All right, okay. Well, this is Tay Noonsy. I have a show called Tay Noonsy, and I have a segment that's called the Red Cup, where basically I'm doing one-on-one interviews with entrepreneurs, comedians, actors, actresses. It really doesn't matter as long as I can learn something from you and other people can learn as well. You can also see me here on Psycho-Babble. You can see me on Fat Nigga Fridays. Oh, and one more thing. I actually finally got me a TikTok, and I'm starting a new segment called the Red Cup Conversation, where basically we go over topics and the person has to speak for 3 minutes straight, and it's basically for people who have challenges, public speaking and stuff like that. So we're going 3 minutes instead of 5, because typically when people do what are those things called? When they do, what are those things called? Anyway, when they practice public speaking, typically the limit is about 5 minutes. You know what I mean? So we're just warming up. And you don't have to talk about anything serious, but if you did learn something, you want to talk about it, that's totally fine. You want to tell a funny joke, you can. You want to tell a story about something, or we can come up with topics. So I'm working on it. I did 2 shows with it so far, and it was a success. So I'm not doing it this Tuesday, but maybe the following Tuesday you can find me on TikTok, 7 p.m. Pacific time. All right, that's it.
My sweet brother.
Yep. I appreciate it. I'll see y'all,
man.
Was Noonsy just leaving, or are we all getting up out of here?
Nah, Noonsy was just leaving. Noonsy had to shade. He had to go. We gotta go feed the youngin'.
Yeah.
Love you, Noon.
Give me my
Love you back. Love y'all.
Hey.
Did you hold on? Where did Conflict go?
He said he was going back in the bar, but then he never went in the bar.
I think I'm gonna go ahead to the bar.
He is bright as
Technically, I'm back in the bar. Technically.
Okay, why are you an angry black man?
He said about his procrastinating and not listening to the old.
Okay, so what? Okay,
I'm
so
a black man for a couple reasons. Yes, I should have listened to the old niggas ahead of me.
okay, so conflict, not about what you should have listened. What in your life that just actually happened? What is something that has just happened to you in life that makes you think, no matter if it was racism or relationship, you didn't get your wages, just life of you being a black man that made you angry and you haven't tapped back into just being okay.
Being married. Because I talked to all them old niggas and I asked them about marriage. I took a poll before I got married. They all said, yeah, do it. Go ahead. I think I found out that them motherfuckers wanted me to be miserable with them. Okay, because me and my old niggas, I'm not telling these niggas to get married right off back in your 30s and 40s. No, you need to get married the right way, goddammit. Wait till you ain't got nothing left, okay? Wait till your ass turning into a prune, all right? Don't get married until your ass look like John Witherspoon.
First of all,
I hate you so much.
I don't think you should say shit.
We at Psycho-Babble do not condone anything that a man with a light up sweater and a light up candy cane do. I don't know where that candy cane's been. So on behalf of Santa Claus, all the elves, Rudolph, Blitzen, Donna, the rest of them abstain from even wanting to comment on this. York Peppermint Patties, Peppermint Patty, the cartoon bitch, and the panel. All the subsidiary sponsors and anyone affiliated with the show, we don't condone nothing this nigga just said. Find love when you find love. It don't gotta be young, it don't gotta be old, but don't neglect a good person because you waiting for your life to fall off. That's fucked up.
I hate you so much.
Let me repremise that. I love my wife. I love my kids.
Look, you're talking more freely now that you at the bar. But had you been at home, you wouldn't have said none of that.
Exactly. And that's the fucked up part.
Had the candles behind you. Had the candles been behind you.
Here I am coming up on a year of being engaged, and this nigga want to come up here like, don't do it. Wait till your life is over. And like you just said, he wouldn't have dared say that all the
married, you're going to be so
how many candles was it? How many candles was it?
After you get married, you're gonna be so angry on the shit that you have to hold back. How much a nigga gotta hold his tongue?
Mute that nigga, Vino. How many candles was it? Superfly, the guest wanted 27.
28 of the motherfucking candles got me this shirt right here, nigga.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. If it wasn't for my wife, I wouldn't be shit.
Nigga wife. That nigga wife, even if he was in that closet with all that wallpaper and shit, if that nigga wife would have heard him, been near him saying that, he'd have caught all 28 of them damn Yankee candles from Bed Bath & Beyond.
We know that she not watching this show tonight.
She know it's true. She know it's true. I have become a slave to my wife. Slavery is real. It still exists. Okay. I was free. Okay, I was a slave.
You gonna tell him turn the lights off when it's open and sleep on the couch tonight?
Right. That's why he got this shit on. He gonna have to sleep outside.
When this live is over, I'm going on Instagram. I'm going on Instagram as soon as this is over. Okay.
I'm telling too.
No, I'm not. Because I've been staying out. No, I'm not. Because I've been staying out of other people's mess. That's not my mess.
I'm starting some bullshit tonight on live.
Nope. I have been so well
on this diabolical beverage. I'm starting some bullshit on live tonight. Merry Christmas.
Niggas just keep figuring out how to make the marriage work because alimony and child support is a real thing. Okay, they don't teach about that when you get married.
Gonna work. You're right, Conflict. It's never gonna work.
Hey, Conflict, that'll go viral, bro.
You, when you get married, you can't leave your wife. You can't leave that woman. Nigga, you lose money, you lose family, you lose friends.
boy, you'll lose the motherfucking dog trying to leave that lady. And things be going through a nigga head when something nice come on the tenderoni, some tenderness and passion.
But if you made this choice, ain't nobody force you to do it. So if you looked ahead to the future, which marriage normally, you know, entails, of somebody looking ahead like, hey, the vows is the main part for sickness and health. Till death do us part. I'm binding myself with this person. So no matter if she go up to 500 pounds or drop all the way down to 5 pounds.
I ain't talking about pounds. I like pounds. That's not the problem.
No. But this is what I'm saying. You made this choice, and you know what? Some real shit that a couple hip hop niggas have said recently, and Nori stands on it, and Brooklyn has said it a few times, and a couple. I forgot the other hip hop nigga that said the shit. The nigga Nori said, "How can I do business with you or trust you if you married and doing dirt on your wife? If this the person you
said before they did."
True.
I'm sorry.
True. Can I
just say it? Bino said it first.
You can't be president without a wife. True.
Bino said this like 2 years ago.
Okay, well that's dope, and I didn't hear him when he said it 2 years ago. But I might have. You know, I'd be high. But it needs to be said more and more. Like if I can't, if the person you lay with, whether they trust you or not, can't really trust you because you out here doing dirt, how the fuck I'm gonna do business with you or rock with you, knowing you up to no good? So, in my mind, if you marry a person unless somebody's up to no good, it really ain't no reason that the shit should fizzle out or that you should feel that you hostage or whatever the case may be. You should be able to say something, say how you feel, or you know. So
all I'm saying is, if you was an able-bodied, handsome, healthy man, okay, and you get married at 36, nigga, it's temptations that you got to fight off for the next 20 years until you turn into John Witherspoon, nigga.
No.
It ain't.
You step into it and you make the mature decision that this is for me. I don't want nothing else. If you do want something else, maybe you should let her know that and then be like, is this something we can work out?
Look,
this is something, you
gotta be like this is the thing I don't get about relationships, because people forget that we are in America.
Benny, go on mute. Thank you, baby.
We in America, right? Marriage is a business in America. It has shit to do with your emotion, your spirituality. Like, to be married to somebody is a business deal. So you go in with negotiation points. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to treat it like a business as such. And say, is this something that we can work out? Yes or no?
True. And I tried to renegotiate the contract with my wife. I'm like, you know what? Remember that contract we drew up? Can we alternate?
You should have thought of it.
Yeah. That's what she tells me all the time. And she lays it out on the table real smooth. Now, if you would have said that in the beginning, I wouldn't have had no problem with that. But you didn't come into the marriage with that. So I'm gonna just have to.
Why you brighter than the bacon dispenser? I need you to go back in. You gonna get shot. You too bright. Go back inside.
Nigga, I'm in the suburbs. I ain't finna get shot.
Oh, okay.
Nigga, there's white ladies out here walking their dog right now. I'm fine.
Okay, because I'm about to say, you in Chicago, you gonna get shot. You standing over there by the bank teller machine and shit.
The jig is up, conflict. You gotta tell me.
Can you turn some of your lights off then?
That nigga's in Linwood.
I just need you to turn a little bit of your lights off. You're too bright for me. Oh God.
No, because I'm in the spirit.
You is.
All right. So I got a question to you. What about your marriage makes you feel as though
nothing? He just talking shit.
Hey, he drunk. Is that what it is? You tipsy?
I'm drunk. I only had one wine. No, I had two.
Definitely.
His wife is amazing.
She is the greatest, nicest woman in the world. I picked the best wife ever. Okay,
so you joke.
I picked two. Man, she is too good for me.
Oh, so you joking? That's what? Okay, you joking around. I will hope you joking around.
Look, I'm gonna tell you the truth.
You say that shit like you Al Bundy, nigga. You
until I met my wife, nigga, I was still taking my check to motherfucking currency exchange to cash that motherfucker. I ain't no bank account. I ain't gonna lie. Yes, I'm gonna bet it.
Yeah,
I gotta give you one more better. All the jewelry that you see me in, the pinky rings, the wedding band, the chains, the watches, the various assortment of earrings. Goddamn, yeah, she bought all of it. Yeah, she bought all of it.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
So I would never be out here trying to holler at another bitch in the shit that she bought me. Never.
You change clothes when you holler at this bitch.
I get
it. Do a quick Clark Kent in the booth.
Nigga, you bet.
No, he has a great.
Hold on, bitch. Don't holler at me. My wife bought me this polo, bitch.
He is too good. Like, it's hard finding a black woman like this. This motherfucker perfect.
No, but seriously, that's why we saying seriously, because this is a conversation about the angry. Like, we were talking a lot of shit about the shit, and I'm trying to be serious and delve deep into myself, because I've made myself a promise through these therapy sessions I've been going through. And before I ever point a finger, I examine myself first.
If I'm wrong, what's the rate of divorce?
One finger
if I'm wrong,
forward has, 3 fingers pointing back at you.
Exactly. And so that's why I'm always at the point of, and this is the thing people don't really understand about me. If I'm speaking on it, I've examined myself for it first. I wanted to make sure I don't come to you from a hypocritical standpoint. I don't want to be the pot calling the kettle. I'm coming to you because, and real talk, that's what holds me back from doing a lot of great things and speaking on a lot of things that I really see, because I know I'm guilty of it. So I'm not going to preach at niggas.
And I feel like you only come, like, so far tonight, you've only come from one aspect of it. So I do want to hit Polo. What makes you an angry black man?
Just feeling like, from my experience, what makes me an angry black man. Hi, I'm Polo, and I'm an angry black man. Fighting police, like really getting into it with police since I was young. Like, me and police we just don't mix. And I've had a lot of run-ins with police and feeling like a lot of it was racially, charged. So like one incident was I moved downtown Atlanta in this nice area or whatever, but my car was still hood as fuck. It was like a Honda Civic, like an old Honda Civic hatchback with tinted out windows and big chrome rims on it, so it looked like a dope boy car. And I got pulled over every week for a month. On the weekend, I got pulled over once a fucking week. I got pulled over 4 times in a fucking month when I first moved over there. Mm-hmm. And they were just asking me stupid shit like, what are you doing over here? Where you headed? That's their first fucking question. Then you have no real reason of pulling me over. You know what I mean? And I was clean 3 of them times. The last time, the 4th time, I had an ounce of weed on me. Oh. But they didn't know that.
No, that's the game they're playing, bro. Trust me. It's a tactic. It
only takes the one time.
Yeah, it only takes one time. They're going to keep, because believe it or not, most Americans commit crimes. Everybody has something that's contraband on them at any given time. It's just about when we catch you with it. If you keep pulling a nigga over, you're gonna find something eventually.
You're right.
Whether it's a DUI or you smell a little bit like alcohol in here.
Right, it just take that one time. But the other thing was my experience, like in working that job, especially like if you're trying to do like some corporate type shit, like seeing people who are less qualified than you of other races get promoted before you did, or no matter how good of a job you do, they're not gonna put you up. You know what I mean? And I don't know, it makes you angry.
But that's again, this is why I say I don't want to even delve into the word angry so much as give it the real word and why that makes you angry. It's not frustration. It's unappreciated. You feel
so for me, it's disappointment. Okay, as a woman, I'm disappointed. I came into and I know I'm not y'all, but I am a Black woman that's in a field that's dominated by white men, and a lot of times I'm overlooked. Y'all will let me be a trainer, but you won't let me be a manager.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So y'all will let me snail along, but y'all won't. But so
can I just put something on that real quick though?
Hold on. Let me land it real quick. Disappointment turns into anger. Disappointment is the initial feeling. Anger is that secondary feeling, and it comes harder. So like
it hurts first.
You look at it like an egg, right? In the egg, there's a yolk. You boil it, it turns yellow. It's bright ass yellow. And then you have that soft outer, just a little bit outer with the white part, and then you have the shell. Your shell gets hard. The shell has always been hard, right? You got a hard shell that you got to break through. And the more that you go through, if your shell has not been boiled, you're liquidy, you're soft. It's really easy to get to the yolk. But the more that you're put under pressure or put in heat and go through things, all of it becomes hard. Not just the shell. That white part, I don't know what the white part is called. The white part of the egg, it becomes really white. And then that yolk becomes really yellow. And then you crack that shell, and maybe the white part don't break, but shit, it start to crumble into that yolk. So I think that there are layers to all of us being angry. We all have a shell. We all got that slimy white part in us that's just, and then if you continue to cook us and put us under pressure, it's not just going to be translucent. You're not going to be able to see through me. You got to really get through it. You don't just get to look through me. I'm not a mirror. That's what it's like on an egg. You crack that shell, the shell ain't had no heat to it yet, right? It's this slimy, translucent thing you can see straight through to the yolk. Once it starts to cook and go through pressure, it turns white. You gotta dig through it a little bit to get it apart. We all like eggs. We all like eggs, y'all. We eggs, y'all. Okay, that's it.
Okay, but back to what I was trying to point out.
Now, I burn my egg here. I'm a burnt ass egg.
Let me point this out real quick, because this is part of what adds to a man's, what gets to his disappointment and his anger. While Philly, you can say, I got a job where they overlook me and they pass me over for things. Like most men, especially Black men, they're not even in those workspace situations. They will rather employ a Black woman before they would employ a Black man.
It's a power play. That's where it gets systemic.
So at least you can get in the door. And it's fucking frustrating because I could use a job too. And they won't even allow me in because I'm a man.
They use y'all in the office space, but they give us labor. We're laborers.
Yeah,
y'all make it to those office settings.
Put that nigga in the field.
It's kind of like the Black man's like Frankenstein. Like they built us up to be these strong, hardworking people who could get through anything. But once we started living in that, after being freed or whatever, now we're scary.
I guess I'm mad that school didn't teach us shit. School don't teach you shit. That's what I'm mad about. All them years I spent up in that institution, and they didn't teach me nothing about real world. Okay, we could have stopped at ABCs and 1, 2, 3s and got on to some own shit, to some other shit, some finances. Okay,
Right.
some leasing agreements. Okay, teach young motherfuckers how to do those. That's what I'm mad at.
I mean, the system failed everybody in that sense. That's not curriculum shit. It should be, but it's not.
Now you got now I'm gonna correct you.
Stop after you get 2+2.
Hold on. Now I'm not gonna say all schools do this, but those vocational classes and those programs are there. FBLA, that's Future Business Leaders of America, where you could join that club and learn about. But we won't think in that shit. Nobody taught us to utilize the shit. Been there. The information is there. They had
it should be mandatory. We shouldn't have to.
It should be mandatory. Now you want it, and you know, if you want it mandatory, you know what you end up having to do: send your kid to a private school where they take the time to teach that.
Talking about Future Black Leaders of America.
Future Business Leaders of America, FBLA, and then you had the agricultural one, which was the farmers, and there was a couple more that were, I know, at least in my high school, junior high and high school, were available. And then at the high school, we had the VOTEC, which had JRTC, which I was in. You had nursing, you had mechanic, you had wood shop, you had brick masonry, you had electric, you had, I don't think they were doing plumbing, but
I took all that. I took CAD, I took computer aided drafting, auto shop, took electric shop. I shocked the shit out of myself twice.
So just like I ended up taking keyboard in junior high, that's how I know how to, use a typewriter or a keyboard. I know how to type. And a lot of black people, period, don't really know how to type if they've never been in that type of business field to have to learn how to do it. But, people know QWERTY now because of cell phones, where that was your hand placement on the keyboard. That's why I set up that way. But the stuff is there, but we're not given that push or that information to know, hey, because it was considered corny to be going to these. Yeah. So, and jumping in real quick to what y'all was saying beforehand, as far as the angry black man side, I mean, I don't think any of us will really be able to just pinpoint one particular thing, because I know with me it's a plethora of things, but there, like Vino was saying, only with us, we have that. Are the police gonna get me today? Is a mistaken identity gonna get me today because I look like, or I wore the same sneaker or same jacket as somebody that somebody else is looking for? Or am I raising my voice or singing a song to myself or whatever, and it's too loud and seem to be too aggressive? So teaching your young sons and your daughters, but in this particular case, your young sons, it depends on where you are demographically on when you should do that talk, early or later. If you're in a pretty good neighborhood, you won't really have to have that talk till later on in that 10, 11, 12, 13 range. But if you in the hood or impoverished area, you let your kids know as soon as they can comprehend it, hey, hold my hand when you cross the street, somebody will snatch you up. Right. Don't go here by yourself, somebody will snatch you up. Use manners, use respect, this, that, and the third, and still know that unbeknownst factor is still always there, that shit just happens sometimes. But with us, as we get older and the voice get deeper and the beard grows and the penis grows.
Oh, my son's 13. They can barely view him as a man.
Yeah, we are considered something else now, and they're gonna. So with the boys, like I said, depending on where you at, is when you got to have that talk. Like, hey, look, be mindful out here, be respectful as much as possible. If you had this day and age, thank the Lord, we got cell phones. You can call your parent, but back in my day, my mama ain't let me have no beeper, and it won't really number pay phones around. So you had to know that number by heart if anything happened, but you had to get somewhere to even notify something. But it was less kid snatching trouble like it is now. Like, they taking kids left and right. But we always have that extra little bit because, and I learned this from being on the DOC side, that they think blue. They don't give a fuck about nobody color, but they for damn sure got something for us. And when they put that blue on, even if it is our color, they don't give a fuck. They represent the blue. And they have no problem if a police officer tells you to stop or that they're going to talk to you for a second, whatever, you have to do it. There is no truthfully telling them no matter what the infraction or altercation or whatever it is, or, whatever call they receive. And they can detain you up to an hour before they have to actually arrest you. Well, 59 minutes. At 59, they either got to arrest you or let you go. But in that time, they can harass you and anything else. There is no call a lawyer to come plead my case at this moment when I'm under their duress. We have to comply.
Must be teach laws and rights. That should be mandatory learning in school.
Yeah, and but it's up to us to teach our own. Like I tell my kids, and young people I know, like, hey man, make sure you keep your ID on you, them your slave papers. And they look at me like I'm crazy when I say it, but I'm like, you got to make it as least threatening as possible for them to figure out who you are, so that they can leave you the fuck alone. Because if they decide they want to talk to you or they want to bother you, they're gonna do it. It ain't a damn thing you can do to stop them. It ain't no, I'm gonna act like I didn't hear them and walk on. Now you resisting arrest. Now you fleeing the scene. So you have to comprehend. You have to, whether you're dirty, clean, whatever. If them niggas say we need to talk to you, you got to talk to them. And on top of that, you still got to worry about you got the same hoodie on that the nigga just robbed the corner store, or you on the block that you ain't supposed to be on, or, any of that shit all through the age of, for I'm pretty sure for Superfly, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, he probably had to be mindful of who block he was on or where the fuck he was at because he in Philly. Vino, I was about to say cuz, because my cousin from Jersey. Vino up in Jersey, you know what I'm saying? You in Chicago. I'm
Which
down
is why
in small.
I dress the way I dress. Like, I have changed the way I dress up since I got older because I just want to be seen like
I bet you won't wear your hat to the back.
I want to be seen as an older gentleman. So yeah, it's hard.
I bet you won't wear your hat like this right now.
Like even that shit. Remember how the starter caps and which way you wore it, and if it was bent a certain way, and let alone forget flagging when you get down to actually having a bandana and showing colors. Like certain gangs had certain articles of clothing, so it's always shit stacked on us on top of trying to be a provider. Like that's the simplest part of it, but everything we got to go through to even do that part a lot of times don't get seen and don't get heard because we don't talk about it. So that's what we end up at.
This is what I want to do before we end this live. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gentlemen up here. I want y'all to tell me what makes you angry and what do you think that us as a community, not us as me as a woman, because I can't solve everybody's issue because I'm just the only woman up here. But 5 gentlemen up here that have all different.
First, before you finish, I want to applaud you because you stood up in there while niggas was venting. And
y'all know I know how to be quiet.
Most women are scared to have a conversation with niggas.
Thank you. But
she's not identifying with anything that we're saying. I like that. She's just letting us talk. She's not taking it personal and identifying with the words that are coming out of her mouth.
Yeah, she identified with an egg earlier.
Yeah, like 30 minutes. It
wasn't a 30-minute egg. It was a 10-minute egg. I got hard. I did. I definitely got hard. Okay.
It was cool to me that she was like, y'all know the white part, and I'm like, it's called the whites. Like you got the yolk, the white, and the shell.
Okay, so before it becomes the whites and it's the jellies.
No, you got the yolk, and that's the white. That is the whites. Yeah, that's the white. So the yolk, the white, and the shell. That's. She's like, y'all know the part. They be jelly part, but then they get white. That part.
Yeah,
The white.
Cook it a little bit. You gotta
egg white. Egg whites. Yeah. Well, if you order it in a restaurant, you don't want the yolk. You tell them you just want egg whites. So yeah, it's all good though. You be your luck.
12 of them egg whites to make a decent omelet.
You know what I'm saying? She got.
But anybody want to go first? Anybody want to tell Philly what are you angry about, and what can the world help you with to not be angry?
With me, right?
You want to go? Oh, go.
I was trying to go beforehand. Okay.
Oh, hold on, Superfly. Let's let go. Conflict go.
Quick, simple. I guess I'm just pretty upset about how things are in general. Be it coming from influence of the 80s, influence of the 90s. Later on there was drill music and all that shit. What I think we could do to change what's going on in our communities are just strong Black 2-parent households and less nigga 1-parent households. Because there's a huge difference between those two types of households.
Yeah, good point.
I'm trying to keep it short. Yeah, if anybody's
I hate the way that you ended it. There's a difference between two strong parent households and then a single parent household. And in most situations, go. You know what? Go ahead, Superfly. I know I'm about to go with this. Go ahead, baby.
Mm-hmm.
No, get to what you was. Go ahead, say what you guys say for this, Philly.
In 2-parent households, we already know. Hopefully, that man and that woman are agreeing on how they're going to parent that household. But in most situations where we are separating from the other parent, we're still not planning on being just a single parent taking care of that child. Okay. And that's one of the things that I want people to realize. Nobody is ever planning on raising a child by themselves.
No, they are not.
Never.
I've heard a few say that, but it was only speaking out of bitterness.
No. I'm a woman who I have a baby daddy and an ex-husband. And I call my ex-husband a baby daddy now because it's just the way of the situation. I got two babies.
That sucks that you can be deceived even by still having a husband, even by doing it the correct way, still just, yeah.
Exactly. So nobody ever plans on things going the way that they do. How do you want to handle your situation? At the end of the day, I always think of how I'm going to handle my situation. I'm not the perfect canvas. Okay. And so even in all of these moments, all of these bitter, like I can be bitter. I can be a very bitter woman. And you can be a very hateful man. You can be a very angry man. But at the end of the day, there is a goal that's posted. That's that child. What's the growth? What's the lessons that they're learning? What do you want to instill in that person? How do you want them to come out to be? At the end of the day, that's all I ever care about. What do you want them to see? What do you want them to know? And how do you want them to grow?
And both parents need to step up and put that child there. Like, once you have a child, I don't care if you're the man, I don't care if you're the woman. You are no longer the first in your life. That child is.
Yeah. And
that's for you.
I hate it, and I'll talk to you about it later, conflict, because if that'll be a whole different Psycho-Babble. That'll be a whole different Psycho-Babble, okay?
We can even add layers onto it still, though, and just to delve back into what it is as a man. While yes, you're the mother and you understand it's that child, then you. We as the man understand it's the child, the mother, and then me.
Yep.
We inherently have to take the brunt of any type of hit that comes as the man, and we'll still be told it ain't enough.
Don't complain.
You're not doing enough.
We as men don't get the privilege to vent about problems and issues and stuff like that. And we take the brunt.
If a man is complaining, it's probably because he's at his wits and he about to crash out. So the complaint is like, this has probably been going on for a year or so now.
Right, he already been dealing with it.
He's been dealing with it for a year and never said a word. He starts talking about it, he's about to crash.
I think you're right. You be trying to let people know.
Because at the end of the day, motherfuckers don't give a fuck.
You're a man.
You're a man. Did you see that shit with the nigga Anthony Griffin when he was talking about how he was on the Tonight Show 3 times in 1 year and his daughter was dying of cancer?
Mm-hmm.
And he said to himself, like, man up, nigga, you think you the only one with a dying daughter?
That's
there's a whole ward
I would tell myself
he's at the little children's hospital. He's like, there's a whole ward of children going through the same shit your daughter going through, and you think you get to be hurt? You ain't even the only one going through it, nigga. Man up, nigga.
Get your ass out of here. I'm sorry. Oh shit! I'm trying to press the screen.
I'm sitting here like, I live that. I understand that. Man up, nigga. How many times have y'all fellas told yourself that?
Man, after mom, there's nobody there to coddle you. And even at a certain age, she stopped coddling your ass.
Man, look, I ain't never got a coddle. I ain't never even got... I had this little breakthrough in therapy a couple weeks back. I realized my mother never even consoled me after I had a nightmare. Like, I've had nightmares and woke up and like, you know how your mom would be like, Mom, I had a nightmare. No, my mother never did that for me, even as a little child. My mother played pranks on me to give me nightmares. Crazy.
You know what? I actually identify with that. Slightly. My mama used to play pranks on me. Like, I didn't know what a boogeyman was. My mama introduced me to the boogeyman.
Yeah.
In my situation, my mother was more of a sister figure, and my sister was actually more of a mother figure, raised by my grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
It's very true, Trill. They only hear from the zesty guy. But that's because they've effeminized them, and addressing your true emotion is a detriment we have as men. We can't do that. It's the moment you tell a person what you really going through. Damn, this nigga won't shut up. He always complaining. Like, you've been asking me for weeks what I'm going through, and I finally like, all right, maybe this person really want to understand me a little bit. And then you tell me like, oh shit, you got a lot going on, boy. You need to just stop all that shit. Like, don't tell me I just need to stop my shit. This is some shit I've been dealing with for weeks and years, and
it's considered a weakness. It's considered a weakness or useless.
Yeah, it's like we have to like embrace the being hard image. You know, I was thinking about, you know, not being cool to be in the future business leaders of America, like you were saying, or you know, JRCT, you know, RCT, excuse me. But we were embracing Pac and Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. They were the ones that we were looking up to, you know, coming up, or like, you know, the people in your area. And if you're from the hood, it's pimps, it's gangsters, it's hustlers. You know, these are the people that you kind of grow up to be or want to be, you know, in a lot of black areas. And
it's just as much out there though, on both ends. but it's all just considered corny. You got your Tribe Called Quest and your Far Sides, and you got your Commons and your Talib Kweli's.
De La Soul.
And De La Souls, and instead of the pimp, you got your guidance counselor or the guy that run at the barber, like Vino frequents the barbershop, and he found I really feel that's that man's fortress of solitude on some real shit, because all of us need one. And I see he does a lot of deep thinking when he's at the barbershop. He gets his session, and it gives him a second to.
Wow, the post be so deep.
Yeah, but what ends up happening, kinda, not to cut you off and shit, but once it became cool for the girl to say, "Man, you acting like a bitch," or "You talking like a bitch," once that became okay, it was a wrap for speaking our feelings to a woman.
Yeah.
That was that. And yes, some of the hip hop and some of the rap definitely was a bad influence, but we were raised and taught to know the difference, to know this is an art form and not truly believe in it. So I mean, some of us believe in Wu-Tang Clan.
I take back that. I'm gonna say, as a young man, that was gay. I knew that's what the life was. I knew it. I knew rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice. We was doing that.
Right.
Girl,
I thought you could make a living off this.
We was doing that.
Right. Yeah.
So when you tell me at the red light twerking on the headlight, I believe that.
I mean, that's what's it was precautionary tales and reoccurrences of past endeavors is what our rap and hip hop was. Even to the, Onyx wasn't saying, I mean, they were saying we're gonna fuck you up, but their album was called Back the Fuck Up. Like, get the fuck up off us. And we ain't gotta do this to you. And a lot of the shit, think about it. Most of our rap and hip hop was, hey, if a sucker tests me, or if this come at me, or if such and such and such, I'm gonna do such and such and such. It was never, and if it was those instances where it's like, yo, I'm about to go get such and such, I'm about to go get him because he disrespected my old lady, he cut my place short, he tried to rob me, or so it was always you did something to me.
But it was that though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do you realize we had a whole rap group named Smith and Wesson? Like
yeah.
I just want to get to the part where y'all are angry and what we can do to calm the anger.
I'm all right. What we can do.
You ever seen the Avengers?
I'm always angry. I'm always angry. I just keep it under wraps. Like, you don't understand. Like,
can I be honest with y'all? Like, and it's gonna look fucked up. It's gonna look fucked up, but I just have to really just be here where I'm at, and I see situations and I know situations. So y'all already know I have an ex-husband. My ex-husband wants to bring his daughter to California. I don't have a phone number. I don't have an address. But what I do know is that this father moved back to Tennessee because he was having situations with his, at the time, girlfriend or fiance or wherever, to where they were putting hands on each other. And when they were putting hands on each other, he said, I'm moving back to Tennessee because I'm afraid for my safety. I'm afraid for my freedom. So I don't have your phone number. I don't have an address. I know that y'all hit each other. And then we're going to add a fourth. Oh, yeah. The stepdaughter, not his daughter, the daughter of the girlfriend, the fiance, the now wife, calls me and says, Mommy and Daddy are fighting and I'm scared. And so now I don't let my daughter go to California because, you can't put my daughter in situations, okay? And this is the part where I create an angry black man. And I'm not, yes, I did.
No, you didn't create him.
No.
You didn't create him at all.
He's mad because he can't control his household.
Yeah.
But that gets put on me.
California. You're doing what you're supposed to do.
That gets put on me.
Well, we're not saying it. We're not saying that he's not putting it on you. We're saying that he's wrong for putting it on you because that's displaced anger. His anger is he doesn't control his house enough that his child can safely come move to California. And because he wants to be near his child, he's like, I'm moving back to Tennessee. But he can't blame that on you because if you're sole custody, her safety as well as your son is your number one priority, and you are damned to put your child in that type of harm's way, and you are justified with the no, my daughter ain't coming to California.
Yeah, I don't have an address.
Two things are right at the same time because us as man was still,
hold on, real quick, conflict, because I want to let you speak. You told me yourself that you and your person put hands on each other, and then your person's child calls me and says they're putting hands on each other. And so now I don't send my child to a place where I can't find or locate them at. And now we have another angry black man.
No, that's not why he's angry. And this is why I keep reiterating to bring it back to the anger is the secondary thing. But in this instance, there's no anger with you. You didn't create an angry black man. He is angry at himself. He's angry because he lost his wife. He's angry because he got this next situation. He can't control what's going on there. He's angry because his life is no longer, as a man, yes, when your life is out of your control, it is embarrassing. And most men don't know how to do anything and relate any emotion to anything except pain and physical pain in general, where they want to, in his case, put hands on females. That's not a case of you making him angry or the woman making him angry, or his life is whooping this nigga's ass and he needs to make some adjustment. But as a man, at first, your first instinct is to just step back and assess, am I the problem? What am I putting into, like really sit back and just, we're not even gonna go into the deep psychological issues of whatever you're doing. We're gonna keep it real basic. Morally, ethically, criminally, are you at fault anywhere here? And hold yourself to that real answer. Like, I know I do shit where it's like, oh yeah, I shouldn't have hit that U-turn like that. Yeah, I fucked up.
I left a situation where I felt like I should have left.
No, Soup said Adam back in. Right. You didn't do nothing wrong, but I don't want you to take that as the equation of an angry black man. He's not angry. He's a criminal black man at this point.
That's what I was saying. Like, in situations like this, like, I'm told that I created an angry black man.
No, that's a nigga that's capping.
I don't want to create any more angry black men. There's probably angry black men that are here, and they might agree with the situation and they might disagree with the situation. It doesn't matter.
Nah, he said anything he said is to make you feel bad. Yeah. Anything he said is to make you personally feel bad because you're justified in that. And, real quick, Superfly said Adam back in. I don't know if you saw it, V. But I don't know if you know about this particular thing, but like I'm pretty sure you have custody of your child. Yeah. If there's any issue, get a guardian ad litem, and that is your child's voice in these adult situations. So, and the guardian ad litem will, if need be, if possible, speak with the stepdaughter as well. But if he personally told you himself, like you said, he didn't already said, hey, we doing it.
He moved back to Tennessee, and then even Trill is saying no, like CPS will take my child.
Yeah.
else
But
will change my
that's what
child.
we're saying,
I
Phil.
don't.
This situation. This is not an angry black man situation. We're talking about real men. Like this is where we as men take this accountability and step forward and say, we refuse this argument because you didn't present us a man that was angry. You're presenting us a little boy running around pretending to be a man, because a man has control of the things around him. A man can say yes or no to things, and that's it. A man can tell you where he lives. He can provide your address. I'm not gonna do it on here because I don't want people showing up at my door. But I can tell you where I live. I can tell you addresses with my name on them.
Yeah.
So
I see why you would say that,
because we're not gonna allow that nigga to get put in to us men when we say why we angry.
Yeah, because just case in point, like I'm the non-custodial on my two sons. My oldest son, he's 19 now, so it don't matter no more, he grown. But my 14-year-old, which I'm displaced from right now, even when I went to put in the paperwork to do the capias for his mother for denying me of seeing him, she doesn't have her address on file. And they say I have to get that myself and give it to them for them to serve her, to go back to court to say, hey, she's not following with what we agreed to 3-4 years ago now. So on that side of what, if he's the non-custodial, he has no grounds, but you have a justified reason of why you won't send your child. Like,
yeah,
my son's mother doesn't have a justifiable reason why she decided to. And she was in the live a couple months ago, jumped in, and that whole spiel happened, and I didn't lie about nothing. And it took for my mother to pass in order for me to see my two sons after 2 or 3 years, and then it's been another almost solid year now. That was February 1st, the last I saw him. And that's because she doesn't have her information correctly online for me to be able to do anything else. But she may want child support, and she needs my address, where I have no problem putting my address out there, like Vino said, because I'm the other half of this child. So, and I'm not going to put this child in harm's way. And I only can, on my end, I got to just pray that she don't put him in harm's way, because I don't know where he at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
that's what I'm saying. I don't want to.
And even that part is a tidbit of what makes me mad, because how Vino said to be able to have that conversation with your son, and hey, y'all, come on. What's up? And to be able to have that conversation with your son about the guidelines of going out and being out and about, I don't get to, at this moment, have it with my youngest son. I have to hope that another gentleman is maybe telling him the correct thing, or pray that his mother has the wherewithal to ingest those certain things into him that I know I would, because I'm not in contact with him. And that part alone will make a man angry, because it's like, I can't control her household and she's the custodial parent, but I have a justified reason to be angry at her, because you're the dynamite that's destroying this bridge right now. You're the reason why this bridge isn't, even though we're in two different homes. You know what I'm saying? Case in point, Brooklyn's ex-husband is here almost every day to come see his kids. And me and that man, we done had our issues, but we done talk, and we talk and conversate. He sits with his kids and chills. He takes them on the weekend when he can or when he wants to. And she don't deny it, and I don't step in and deny it, because that's that man making sure his kids is good. So I don't impede on that. You know, stupid.
Y'all conversating.
Yeah, we conversated.
Absolutely.
I had to fight the nigga, but he acts right now. So everything is light as rain now. I can kind of do like my mom used to do me, where she just give me that look, and I know to just stop fucking up. So I kind of got that now. But it's like that picture with the parents at the football game, where it's dad, mom, stepdad, stepmom, and half brother, and so forth and so on. So it's like, if you're gonna say it takes a community, then we as Black people, men and women, have to truly let that community do what it do, which also means, hey, other people need to step in and be able to speak to your child and address your child. And as long as it's positive, try to drop knowledge on them.
I got a side note. I had a dream the other day where I conversated with a nigga so hard that I knocked his fedora off. But what you say, Superfly?
Oh, God.
Sidebar on the Stepdad Chronicles, right? In my former stepdad journey, right? I had a conversation with my my ex-wife's daughter's dad, and he was like, yeah, she told me that. He said that I heard his daughter told him that I put her on timeout or whatever. He like, yeah,
time out.
Putting her on timeout. You can't do that. I'm her dad. I'm the only person who put her on time. I said, nigga, I'll put you on timeout, bro. Like, shut up. Like,
no. See, and that's crazy because, like, I had 2 bonus babies. Okay, I had 2 bonus sons. Me and my bonus babies, me and their mother got along fine. And so, like, even after me and him got divorced, me and her we get along, but it's not really our jobs to make sure that brothers and sisters and all of that stuff get along together. Me and her are fine with each other. We never had a problem when I was married to him or whatever. But it's not our job. It's not our job to make sure that these kids come along together. It's not our jobs to make sure that they have relationships with each other. That's not our jobs. And so even in that situation, it's like, oh, well, I don't live here. Why are y'all not making sure that the kids are coming together? That's not our jobs to do that. That's your job to do that. That's your job to make sure that your children are coming. I have my own life just as well as she has her own life, and she has a husband. She has a husband. I don't. She's been divorced longer than me. So she has a husband. She has another child. She had, it's not our jobs to make sure that we come together and that our children are intertwined with each other. That's his job to do that. But because of egos and what you feel like is supposed to be happening, when I say like angry Black men are created, these are situations where angry Black men are created. Well, why didn't you make sure that they hung out with each other on their birthday? Why was I supposed to make sure that she called him on the birthday when you should have called her and then did a whole FaceTime call with all of the kids together so that everybody could say happy birthday to one kid? That's not my job.
But
that's not a man. That's not an angry Black man.
Yeah. No, he is angry. He's angry about it. He's angry about it because why didn't y'all as the mothers do that? Y'all are the nurturers. Y'all are the ones that bring everybody together.
But he's wrong. He's just wrong. Because
I've been reading my Bible a lot, right? I just been arming up. Okay. And it says that the failure of the family is on the man, no matter what. That's some straight out the Bible shit.
Okay.
That's some straight out the Bible shit. If the family fails, it's on the man. That's why men try to protect against divorce so much.
Okay.
Because inherently, hey, I failed. Any failure, because we're that motherfucking altruistic, I guess, or chivalrous, or accountable, that if this marriage fails, it's on me. I did it. I wasn't enough. Every nigga who ended up losing this girl said he wasn't enough. Deep down in his mind, like, yeah, I just wasn't enough. I just wasn't enough for her. I wasn't a nigga for her. But these traits that you're talking about, what he's doing are displaying the traits of a destructive black boy, not an angry black man. And that is where the difference lies, and we can't allow niggas to be infiltrating this rank of men.
It's funny she brought up the birthday thing. Like the inverse of what he's complaining about is what happened to me. Where, because my kids are, my oldest son is July 20th, my youngest boy is August 8th, and the two mothers connected the sons for the younger son's birthday a couple years back. And, you know, they planned to have a meetup and get them all together, get the brothers together, you know. And my oldest son, you know, after the fact told me, he was like, yeah, you know, we asked him, you know, have you heard from your brother, anything, you know, if they played the game together online? And he was like, yeah, well, I was supposed to meet up with them for his birthday, but we ended up not going up there. And the mothers told the sons, don't tell dad. So, and my oldest boy is the one that told me this, and this was like, he's 19 now, so I think he was like 16, 17 at the time. It was like 2-3 years ago. And he was like, yeah, you know, he didn't say it at the time, but he was like, yeah, they specifically told them, don't tell dad that my oldest was coming up from Emporia to Richmond to spend time with the youngest and the middle boy for the youngest birthday. So that's the inverse of that. So I have whole justifiable, you know, right to be mad, because it's like, y'all couldn't stand each other when I was with the second one. But now that I ain't with either of y'all can say, hey, let's do something for their birthday, but not include their father. In which my oldest son has my middle name and my last name. My youngest son has my full name. So it's like, you can't even speak to them without a reminder of me, but you're trying to make sure that I ain't in the picture. At least on one side. I won't say that necessarily. My oldest son's mom never stepped in, never had a problem. She made it adamant and clear, hey, I want you to have that relationship with him. And that's why I'm closer with my oldest son. I took him to college, took him to orientation, the whole nine. But I'm missing all those pivotal moments with my youngest son because of the way his mother, her temperament towards me. Whereas, like, you know, and I don't even try to pigeonhole it to financial, but it's like she makes it seem like, oh, well, if you're not giving me money, then you don't deserve to see your child. Like, this whole issue now came up because I decided to stop paying for karate. And that's pretty much the reason why she stopped me from seeing them on the weekends like I was supposed to. I was paying half for karate, but she wouldn't tell me when the practices were. She wouldn't tell me when the competitions were for the, for them to class for their belts and shit. And I'm like, well, you got me paying half and you won't even let me know the schedule. Yeah, that's what it was. She wanted me to give her my full schedule, but she wouldn't tell me what they had scheduled for it. She's been keeping them busy for whatever mental health reason. So it's like, instead of you giving me your schedule, if your schedule is more packed, it's easier, and I'm more fluid. It's easier for me to fit in where you got stuff going on than for you to give me this, for me to give you a blank schedule. And and I'm gonna give you a blank calendar, and you're gonna give me a calendar with dates and times of stuff that I would like to participate in, after school events and so forth and so on. So it's like, when I stopped paying the karate and when I decided I didn't want to be her friend, because I'm like, I'm not gonna pay half for the karate if I don't even get to see the boy compete or practice. And once I stopped paying, she cut ties.
Yeah, it's crazy. But we about to wrap it up, Benny. Tell them where they can find you at, brother.
Follow me on all social media, Benny Blanco Perry. It's almost Christmas, so y'all be safe out there. I'm about to go out and finish door dashing. Got some things gonna shake in the beginning of the year, but you know, just if it's on your heart to feel for a black man or an angry black man, just send a prayer up. That's about the most we can kind of ask for. And other than that, that's it, man.
My brother. Superfly, talk to him.
You know, shout out to the panel, shout out to the undefeated. Smile, it's only life. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bookie Bud and Baby Soft.
Feel offended every time I hear that.
One thing I would always recommend to our
Bookie Butt and Baby Soft.
For sure.
I'm sorry, you did it.
I always recommend with folks is to tap in with your emotional intelligence, man. Learn about yourself. Learn about how to process your emotions, how to, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we get these injuries that we go through, and we just get more added on top of them before we deal with the first ones. Things I got going on this Friday, you could tap in with me in Philly doing our Unplugged Acoustic Showcase. It's a Love Jones theme showcase with the live band. It's gonna be some singers, some poets, you know, myself doing all types of things there. It's gonna be pretty dope, man. It's 420 friendly. You should probably tap in if you got good things in mind to want to do this Friday. That should be one of them if you're in my city. Also follow me everywhere, Superfly No Wings, SUPA Fly, NOWINGS. Once again, smile, it's only life. Like I said at the bottom, smile, it's only life. Keep your head up, sucker. That's my share.
My nigga. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping through, sir.
You all right?
Conflict Corner.
Oh,
you was outside dressed like that under that crazy shit?
Yeah, everybody.
I'm gonna put this on. I'm at the crib.
He turned his lights off.
First name Conflict, last name Corner. It's always a problem. It ain't a problem on Mondays, and that's where you can find me Monday night for slightly inappropriate comedy. Just a little bit. It's the number one spot in Chicago, the number one mic in Chicago, where you can go get them risque jokes off, where you get them dirty jokes off at. Where you can't do it over there, try that at my spot. If you're in the Chicagoland area, near west suburbs, that is 101 Circle Ave, Forest Park, Illinois, at the Beacon Pub every Monday.
My nigga. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for stopping through. Hold on, Polo. Land in this way. Talk to him. Tell him what you been up to, Polo. Tell them where they can find you.
On IG at 180 Polo, on YouTube at King Polo Comedy. Follow me, I will follow you back. And just enjoying the panel, enjoying the conversation. Everybody has some really good points, and it hit home for me, especially the part about not really being appreciated, even as a father, as a hard worker, as being a black man, being somebody that actually contributes to society, but we're looked at negatively. And maybe some of it, we brought it on ourselves, like we talked about with the gangster culture and image, more than some of the more positive things that we have choices, and options out there. And a lot of times we chose violence. Even now, like Conflict mentioned, with the drill music and just that whole movement being popular and really killing one another, especially in Chicago. So we got a lot of work to do, and all of that makes me angry. But how to fix it? Give a brother a hug. Tell him he's doing a good job. Stop hurting them more than helping them, and don't be scared. You know what I mean? Give a nigga some daps. We all right. We cool. We not scary, and shit, like I said, stop treating us like we Frankenstein. Y'all help create us to be these big, strong motherfuckers, and then we get free. Oh, now you scared. Give a nigga a hug and a job. Stop playing.
Yeah, a hug and a job. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
talking about.
And give a nigga a back on
No,
a home on
But yeah, because Polo, you've been seeing me. I shook my head. I shook the fuck out of my head. So first of all, nobody has ever congratulated me on being a good mother. No, like neither one of my children's father have ever said, "Oh,
we tell you that all the time.
I was definitely about
our
to say
kids."
We say it all the time. Please put it on them niggas.
Yeah.
And you do based off of what you said, you are a great mother and you're doing a fantastic job, and you get a fucking hug from me over here.
No,
I'm telling you was better than my mother every day.
I really do. I appreciate y'all for that, but let's be for real. If your children say that, it hits different. But
that's all I was saying.
But why do I have to congratulate you for doing?
I think we should congratulate each other. Like that's the whole thing.
No, I've never got that. I've never got that from either one of my children's fathers. They never said, "Oh, thank you for doing what you're supposed to do." So I've always felt like, why? Hold on, let me take off my glasses. Why do I have to congratulate people for doing what they're supposed to do when they're supposed to do it? When you're a father, do what you're supposed to do. Those congratulations come from the children as they get older. You know how many times I thank my mother and my stepfather for being wonderful parents? I do that on my own. I don't give a fuck whether their daddies think that I was great or not. Those kids tell me that I'm great.
Don't you think? I'm not challenging you. I understand and I'm accepting what you're saying. All I'm adding on, I feel, is it would be better for everyone if we work together a little bit more.
I do understand that. But okay, so let me just say this then. Me being the person that I am, I'm never going to thank you for being what you should be. You need to be a great father because I try every day to be a great mother. Right. I'm not going to sit up there and congratulate you on saying, "Oh, our kid needed shoes today and you bought them."
Now, hold on. I'm going to play devil's advocate, Philly. Now, check this. So, does your child deserve adoration when they get good grades in school?
They're children, though.
But they're people. And what have we been saying as recent? That they have feelings and they have understanding. So, if the child version, sometimes, even if it may not be deserved, needs that. And that's, like I said, I'm just playing devil's advocate here because if the niggas is pieces of shit, then them niggas is just pieces of shit. But for the listeners and people out there that may be able to say, well, that's not how my connection with my children's other parent is. If the child deserves, you got honor roll, but ain't that what you're supposed to do is try to get good grades? Or, hey, I cleaned my room, but ain't that what you're supposed to do?
So,
I know that's positive encouragement, but yeah.
And I do it into a certain age. So once you've been going to school and once you've been cleaning your space and doing for you, I'm not going to congratulate you for doing things that you know that you're supposed to do. I know that I have to be a mother every day. Nobody has to come up to me and say, "Oh, thank you for being the mother that you are every day." No, I'm already that mother every day. Yeah. And with or without the congratulatory speeches, I'm going to be that. I don't need somebody that steps in every now and then and does the right thing every now and then. Why do I got to congratulate that person for being a good dad or being a good guardian every now and then?
No, you don't have to. And you make a great point. But I think maybe because we're talking about like not really getting the love that we should or the respect we should in society. I think it'd be nice if we could get it at home a little bit
And
more.
I did. And you know what?
Not you, no, not you.
No, Benny. I want to make sure. No, Benny. Absolutely. Please,
That's Polo. That ain't me.
Or Polo, Benny. Let me make my
that won't me.
I saw Benny's mouth moving, but I didn't see everybody. So let me say this to you then.
I'm muted. It wasn't me.
When my daughter's father was sending clothes, guess what I was doing? And Vino can tell you this. I had a whole series saying, Daddy chose these clothes and this is the real for it. And I gave him all of the appreciation, okay? I showed all of the love for him doing things that he should have did. I didn't take no credit. I let Daddy, and that was something that I did. Does it matter that I did those things now? No, it doesn't. So why am I going to continue to thank him for doing things that he's supposed to do when I have to force him to do them?
I mean, but we've been saying
yeah, once you throw the word force, that you have to force them to do it, oh yeah, then no, I don't have to. I'm not going to give you any praise for that.
But we've already.
I was under the guise of
No, he did those things. So before I started having to force those things, and Vino knows this. Before I started having to force those things, he was doing those things on his own. But when I started moving on, I started a new relationship with somebody. Now I have to force you to do things that you're supposed to do. When I was single and I didn't care what you was doing, but you cared what I was doing, and I didn't know that you cared what I was doing. You was just doing it because you were doing those things because you thought you were being a father. Now that I'm moving on, I'm being great. Now I have to force you to be a father. And now, because I'm having to force you to be a father, I have created an angry black man in this world. I don't want to create an angry black man.
You see,
I created a bitter black man.
No, you have not. You see, you keep going back to that.
I do feel like
we're telling you you're not, though.
I created somebody that's bitter.
No, it's not an angry black man. That's a destructive black boy.
He's not a loser.
He's a fucking loser. You can't put him in. Stop using the word man when you're talking to men about him. He's not a man.
Okay.
So he can't be in this conversation. He sits at the children's table.
Okay.
So
because I don't like to think of him as the man that he is today. I like to think of him.
No, he's still not a man. He's at the children's table. You just heard me. I put him at the children's table. If you want to get up from the children's table, come talk to me.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a sippy cup nigga. He don't sip from a child. He's a sippy cup nigga.
Okay.
Yeah. He got robbed up with Vino.
But don't feel as though. Don't feel it. Don't, at least in this particular situation, damn it, Philly, because you said make sure you say damn it. Don't feel as though you created. You are the scapegoat for an angry black boy or angry black man, but you're not the cause in this particular situation. The cause of one, that's him. And don't even, and whether you listen to anything any of us tell you or not, don't carry it past tonight. It's already past 12 o'clock. So start the rest of this fresh day knowing that you did not create that bitterness that's inside of that guy or that child of God. Best you can do is pray for him. But yeah, don't feel as though you caused or created any of that. If you know you 100% did what you were supposed to do and continue to do what you're supposed to do, that's on him, and that's his cross to bear. When he closes his eyes for the final time, he got to explain it. And that's the one part that kind of keeps me at bay with my two kids' mothers. The one mother, she, like I said, never stood in the way, but that other one, when God call you home, or whoever you believe in, if it exists, but I believe it exists, she got to answer the why did you do that man that way?
Yeah.
Why did you sever that bond? So if you haven't severed any bonds out of spitefulness or anything like that, don't carry that on your heart. Don't carry it past this moment. And this is from what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 real niggas, real men. I may do, and I done some ain't shit, just like I'm pretty sure the rest of us done some ain't shit. And we are grown enough to say we've overcome it and we're building from it and trying to strive from there. Do not accept that you created that issue or that problem. It ain't you. That's all Vino trying to say. Like, don't claim that. That's a false claim. And that's all.
False claim. That situation is, and I'm not even talking as your friend. I'm talking at the nigga. If I was on the sideline, like, this nigga weird.
Yeah, Vino done seen the situation. He's seen the text messages. He's seen the phone calls. He's seen all of it. So it's not that he's just.
It's not. That's not. Yeah, I don't classify that.
Yeah.
The nigga wanted you back.
I'm gonna give it to my clothes. Let me let you talk real quick. So tell them where they can find.
All right. So if y'all know me, I am DamnItPhilly. Say my name like Hank Hill. Y'all can catch me on Psycho-Babble every Monday and Wednesday, right here on Psycho-Babble, 9 p.m. What time am I on? I'm on Central Time. So my 9 p.m. Central Time, y'all can catch me on here. Y'all can also catch me on here on Fat Nigga Friday. Tomorrow, we gonna do a story time with Philly, but we gonna mix this shit up, okay? We're gonna talk about a couple of things on story time with Philly tomorrow. So make sure that y'all tap in. I normally started maybe at like 9:10, 9:20. It's not going to be at 9 o'clock, okay? Bedtime for my kids is at 9 o'clock. That's why we be late here sometimes. We got to make sure that these kids is in bed. So we're going to do story time with Philly. Like, let's be for real with it. We got to make sure that the kids is down. So story time with Philly, we're going to mix it up tomorrow. We're going to talk about a couple of things. We might get sexy. We might get really like clink it. We're going to talk about a couple of things, okay? Because we really need to go there. We're going to start talking about dating. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to start talking about dating. We're really going to open up about dating with Philly and things that I've been through. And I really want y'all to be here to talk to me about dating, because I've had some really good dating experiences and I've had some really bad ones. So tomorrow and then Wednesday, we're going to be here. We're going to be here right before Christmas Eve. We're going to celebrate with each other going into Christmas Eve. So go ahead.
I know what it is when y'all hear that. But
hold on real quick. If y'all didn't see it, one time, okay, we're here on time, okay? So if y'all didn't see, well, we got merch on time. He said he went to the post office on Saturday. I got it today. No return to sender. We got it today. Life and O. I love you.
Love you too, Phil.
Oh, yeah, we coming with plenty of merch. We coming with plenty of advertisement.
Merch all day.
Merch all day.
I guess it's my turn.
Yes, sir.
First of all, big Vino comedy on everything. Shout out to the Undefeated. Shout out to comedictherapy.xyz. Not .com, .xyz, because we get the last laugh. Like, don't get up there and type in comedictherapy.com, because they gonna send you to some other nigga and then he gonna have some bootleg shit. And when I see you in the streets with it, I'm like, that's the fugazi. Where you get that from? XYZ. I wanted it to feel clean. I wanted to feel like you on the blacklist. I wanted you to feel like you ordering like You know how you used to order that weed back in the day, that spice weed on the internet? I wanted it to feel have that kind of feel, like you don't know if it's gonna work or not, but it gets there though. It's crazy. What we got? I gotta go to Richmond in a couple of days. We're gonna do New Year's Eve in Richmond. New Year's motherfucking rockin' Eve at the Richmond Funny Bone. Antoine Scott, Patrice DeVoe, myself. We're gonna have a good old time. I've done New Year's in Richmond before. It's very, very fun. I think Benny Brooklyn might even pull up on me at the show. I might even have some surprise visitors at the show. I hope they show up. Motherfucking, it's awesome time gonna have. I love New Year's all day. So motherfucking, what else we got? Right after that, January 2nd, 3rd, we're going up to Cleveland Funny Bone. I'm gonna let you put this. Don't start calling me a corporate man. I've been fucking with the Funny Bones. When you start seeing Funny Bone. That's neither here nor there. January 23rd, 24th, Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, Las Vegas, Nevada. We're going back to Vegas. Now, I just want to say for the record, I said some things about Mr. Combs. And I'm terrified going to Vegas right now. I'm terrified. I am. I don't know. I want to take that Ciroc joke back so bad now. I need to take that back. I just want to apologize, Mr. Combs. Don't do me like that in Vegas, please.
No, bro, ain't no bitching.
Ain't no bitching. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga. Bring your best oil shooters. Pause. Hold on. That ain't sound right. Hold on. Let me say that again. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it. That's what I have to do. I'm going to leave it alone. So, bottom line, we're going to be in Vegas, Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, January 23rd, 24th. Be out there with Coco Brown. We'll have a good time. Just got word we're going back to the Playhouse in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Bring it date. Valentine's Day. We got that locked in. And did your boy a sweet deal on this one. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. They gave me a sweet deal. I said, is this what DL would get? I had to be bad with DL. They didn't know what I was talking about. But anyway. Angry black man. I see you, brother. I know your heart hurts. I know you fucked up out here. I know shit ain't fair. That's the task. That's the job we signed up for.
Can I say that not Wednesday, because Wednesday is before the holiday. Can we bring this conversation back and bring it to how we can fix it?
I mean, I was going to get a little bit into that a little bit, but I mean, not
on Wednesday, though. We celebrate on Wednesday. Because I ain't going to be here long on Wednesday.
Well, all I want to say is, like, that's the task that we signed up for. If you really want to be a man, being a man is about... No, I'm saying it. I gotta say it. Being a man is about, at times, it's gonna be hard. But what I do say and I do ask is that if you want to improve on it a little bit, just the same grace you would ask in a situation, extend that same grace to a man for a second. We're not saying be a dummy. But extend a little grace to a nigga. Because the world is very short with us. It's a cruel world. It's hard. And it's not even me complaining. I'm just telling you what it really is. That's all I really have to say on that. I feel like George, that's all I got to say about that. What else?
We 3 hours in. Y'all
I know. We out of here. Yeah.
We 3 hours in. But thank y'all. thank everybody for coming in, tuning in, joining the conversation, putting your comments in. We really appreciate it. But
we appreciate y'all.
But
y'all tuned in way longer.
Y'all know what y'all need to do.
Y'all would have been out of here in the first 15 minutes if I'd have had a fedora on.
Smoke weed when you wake up. Smoke weed when you wake up. Finish it.
Here's the day, how.
Thank you. Good night,
But no, he'll be